And ahoy, crypto pirates, coming at you from the New York penthouse. If you guys are wondering who was dumping the price of Hex, well, you have your answer. Hope you guys like the new digs. Things are good. Life is good. And just so you guys know, because someone's going to throw a fit about it, it's just a virtual background. So don't freak out too much. I have not sold any Hex recently. And so I am not the cause of this. Just wanted to let everybody know that. But hey, we are here tonight. I will go ahead. I think I already put it in there, but I posted a couple places. Would love to get you guys on the stream here with me tonight. The captain went to hang out with the sun tonight, and I don't blame him because that is freaking awesome. Yes, George Taco, that is brilliant. You were smart, man. Filling your bags all week. This is the time. Yes, this is great. Hey, thanks, Hex Deck, the Prosperity Project. Just want to give a shout out to everyone here. Hex Hodl, Steak, Hex, XYZ, Brizology, DMT, George Taco, Hexagon Bob, Hex Mix, Andrew Reynolds, Jonathan Kampala. We got obviously Hex Deck 16 and Torin Bridge right now, guys. Thank you so much. I was trying to wait till as long as possible to come on. I did not want to cut the girls off, but Sammy did a great job of ending the stream right about the right time so I could get started. So this is awesome. Silence is violence. I don't know what we're talking about, buddy. Yeah, I knew it. KNTX is the dumper. That's right. That's right. So Falcon Crypto, it's good to see you, buddy. Bearded Aussie, Crypto Cashew. It's good to see you guys. Appreciate you all being here tonight. I let the girls know. Well, I let Sammy know at least in the Cutthroats room that we had the FN Hangout tonight. If anyone wanted to come over here, hey, thanks, man. I like the penthouse too. I wish it was a real penthouse. This backdrop is pretty good, man. It's fooled more than one or two people, but it is definitely not a real place. If you guys must know, in fact, even better, let's do this. Let's do no background, and you can see what's really behind me. There you go. So I could do the standard one that comes with every StreamYard account. And I think Kareem made this one popular. For months and months, he was streaming with this one. I downloaded this one personally just because I like the look of it. I said, hey, I'm going to make everyone think that I'm dumping on their heads and then just let them know I'm just kidding. So when Big P Hex, sir, that's a great... Yeah, I won't re-say that to what it really says. Hopefully soon, guys. I mean, who knows? It could be fall now, honestly. I'm okay with that. You know, if there's one thing I've learned in crypto is waiting just a little bit longer to make sure you have a viable product that doesn't have inflation bugs and code errors and everything else that comes up with it. It's worth the wait, guys. It's worth the wait. Do we not like the finished products? Now, obviously, Pulse is going to be open to the code changes in the future for more transactions per second, possibly better security, things of those nature. But for the most part, it's as long as it has been audited and fixed and has 100% uptime, I'm okay with that. I am okay with just a little bit more time, though I will tell you, I'm starting to get itchy fingered too. And apparently, some of you guys are not as strong handed a Hexicans as you said you were going to be, or claim to be, or professeth in the past. I'm staked out 15 years, so the code makes me stick to my word. I'm not willing to violate the truth engine because those penalties are severe. But for everybody else, guys, this is a good thing. We're shaking out some weak hands. People with loose bags, they're diluting themselves. Now's a great time for this to happen. So I hope you guys feel the same way I do about that. It's hard looking at it, especially some of you guys that retired and this is your income. It's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, I get it. I understand. Like we were going to take a very nice vacation, my family and I, and now we're gonna take a not as nice vacation. So it is what it is, guys. So glad to have you guys here. Because I want to get on this now. I paid for those couches and pillows. I like it. I like it. Thank you for buying at 50 cents so I could buy some beautiful couches and some pillows in my penthouse here. I was the exit liquidity for those. I love it. Yes, Al Merlos, mad respect to his diamond hand Hexicans. You know who you are. I understand. I agree 100%, brother. At some point, now I don't want to be a have to hold forever maximalist because what's the point of having these crypto gains if you can enrich you and your family's lives? But you guys set limit orders, guys. This pulling liquidity and then immediately selling and market dumping. I don't even remember how many millions of hex it was. Man, these guys played themselves. Like that's just some dumb selling. Unless they're trying to encourage the rest of you guys to capitulate. So you dump also, and then they come back in and buy lower. Because I have a feeling some whale games are being played right now. So, well, Hex Huddle, I'm gonna get you over here, brother. You can come hang out on my digital couch here. So you can even stay the night, maybe. All right. Mel Tony, it's good to see you, buddy. Didn't see you till just now. Tripod, I'd rather have a gold standard product than a bronze. 100%. There's a lot of people that are going to be coming for Richard. See, we told you it wouldn't be as good. Oh, you just knocked off Ethereum and then it was worse. Like, there's a lot at stake here, guys, and it will indirectly affect Hex. Actually, in many ways, it will directly affect Hex. And I personally think Hex is still the GOAT. The whole reason Pulse Chain is being made is obviously there's some additional legacy and some money that can be made on that side. And I say legacy, I mean that for Richard Hart, but he built it for Hex, guys. He built it as a better ecosystem for Hex. That was the intent. So that should tell you where Richard's heart is really at too. Not just because Hex was his first child, but it's the tokenomics are unbeatable. Like he spent a year signing the tokenomics and over a year building the code on Hex. So, and thank God he did. I'm glad that it came to him. So, yes, diehard Hexican. DCAing in is a very, very good idea. Right now is a great time to DCA in, don't you think? I mean, where else are you going to find these prices? If you guys bought at the top, if you guys bought it 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 cents, then you guys, now's the time to average. You can buy as much Hex as you did then for a fraction of the cost, for 10 times less the price, almost. And then you can turn around and you can make your bag at your average bag at what, 25, 30 cent buy per coin. This is the best time, guys. If you guys are into accounting at all and you want to feel better about the bags that you bought, and when you bought at the top, like, now's the time to buy and bring your average price per hex down for your total bag. This is the time. This is the time. 2030. Hashtag me too. Okay. Totally all over it, KNTX. All right, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Bearded Aussie. Bye. Yeah, I agree. That's true too, George Taco. I think it's all good. Few people are selling, many people buying it up. There's a lot more buyers than there are sellers. Obviously, there are a bunch of little buyers, but those guys can't hurt the price as much when they sell. So it's better to diversify the liquid hex into other hands. 100% up is the way. Mel Tony, thanks for the price, brother. 6 cents. Woo. Nice. And DCA and from 42 cents to 5.9 cents. Smart. Get that average acquisition price. Man, Nardo, man, salt to the earth. Love you, brother. Man, you are just one of the best people in this community, hands down. I don't care what anyone says. And I've never heard anyone say any different. But yeah, man, he's very familiar with that skyline. That's right. Nice choice. Thank you, sir. I just wanted something different. In the background. Ooh, I like this. This hex chart looks very similar to 2014 Bitcoin. I dumped some shit coins to buy some more hex. Smart. We all know what Bitcoin did after 2014, after its dump, right? So, the Hexican Contractor, thank you, sir. It's good to see you. Almerlos, well, when you're right, buddy. Thanks. F your couch. Yes. One of my favorite, the Charlie Murphy story is one of my favorite skits that ever was done, and based on fact. That's what made it so funny, is it based on fact, with Charlie Murphy and the Murphy brothers and Rick James. Rick James. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. So is that the Escape Mountain Chalet design? I see you pick skyscraper for the green screen window on the green screen. Very nice, sir. You know what? I had another one. I don't know if I downloaded it into this one. Let's see if I did. Yeah, I call it my ski chalet. It's funny that you say that. I'll find it later. It's even more luxurious than this, but it doesn't have the city skyline on it, and I call it my ski chalet. So, all right. I'm coming to get my pillows and a couple chairs and candles, something. All right. Come get your liquidity, brother. Come get your liquidity. David Morales, my friend. Good to see you, man. Hope you're out there partying in Miami hard. Reggie Bone, we got the fire. We got 3.69 limit field. Nice, man. That's awesome. DCA is the way. Redeem yourself. Yep. That's 100% correct. Yep. That's right, guys. This is when the fortunes are made. You don't buy it fit at an all-time high and expect it to continue to go up forever. You go when you've got a huge correction like this on a product that is dictated by code, guys. Dictated by code to go up. Cost more hex for T-shares in the future. If you want any of the inflation of the coin supply, you got to be staked for it. Code, man. The tokenomics are so strong. I don't care what the price is right now. Strongest coin in crypto, locked modulated code, no inflation bugs, 100% uptime, code dictating by math exactly what the price is going to do over time, and it's not going to continue to go down forever. There's absolutely no way. It's a scarcity, and we all know that as humans we love scarcity. So there's going to be more demand than there is supply, and that's only going to get worse. Now, I don't want to shamelessly plug, but I'm going to go ahead and shamelessly plug. The Hex Investment Trust is creating another OA. It's going to be sucking up a lot of this. We're talking to some institutional players right now. You know what? I'm going to just go ahead and throw this out right now. Those of you guys who are interested in the Hex Investment Trust, we've had a lot of inquiries. Not everybody's gone through getting their accounts verified and registered through Sydrania as our third-party company that is doing all of our AML, KYC, and accreditation verification. If you're not sure if you're an accredited investor when you fill out the form, just say, I don't know, and get someone in there. We'll actually help you find. We have a third party that's willing to jump in there and just verify that status for you guys real quick. But we're going to be closing it off, I think, pretty soon. We're not a hard and fast 100% on that yet to smaller investors, because we think if we see a path to go public sooner, and we've got some institutional players that want to drop in the remaining amount that we need to go public. So we're in discussions with them. We were trying to hold off as long as we can to get all of you guys that were interested in first, because we wanted you all to have an opportunity to do something like that. If you got a 401k or an IRA, we've got a way through Rocket Dollar and we've got it approved through their custodian to go ahead and put your 401ks and IRAs into the private side of this, and we'll verify your accreditation. We'll get you guys those outsized gains you're not going to get in the legacy finance markets. And this is the last chance probably before we just go ahead and fill the rest of the funding round and just go public. So we just don't want to mess around. It's time for this to be traded on Fidelity. It's time for us to go through the process to get it into Edward Jones portfolios, E-Trade or Ameritrade, I guess is what it is now. I'm not even sure if E-Trade still exists, but some of those brokerage settlement houses that can just do over the desk trading. When these guys, Legacy, can buy this crypto specifically, this crypto that's a better Bitcoin and has the properties of Hex, man, it's going to be game over. So we'd love for you guys to participate if you're interested, but just know the time is running out on that. So, and I probably just one last time, probably better put this out there, since it is a 506c registered private trust available only to accredited investors. Hexinvestmenttrust.com, Hexinvestmenttrust.com. I'd be stupid if I didn't play that, because I need to let you guys know there's some new names in here that I'm saying that I'm not 100% sure if you're even aware of it or not. So, T-Bird, good to see you, brother. Well, I've got a friend here, and I'd like to bring him up. Hextech, how you doing, sir? You got no voice right now. You got you're muted, my friend.
Yeah, sorry. I was moving the mic around, and it was like, I don't want to be loud in somebody's ear. So
no worries. No, that's good. That's good. I like that. Hey guys, we are in support of Pulsecon 2022. I want to play this real quick. I don't know if we've been as good about it as we probably should be on our channel, but we are big supporters of what they're doing. They're bringing some big names to the stage, and I think it's going to help with Pulse adoption. I just hope Pulse Chain comes out before the conference does. That's my big hope for them. So let me play this for you guys real quick. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love it. Buy that Hex. Yes. I know there were some questions in here. Let me see real quick. Let me try to get to them real quick. Charlie Murphy. That's right. Yes, let's go down. DB Cooper, I love it. At Salmon20, you're everywhere. Sad you can't find something better to do with your time. Pathetic, really. And DB Cooper only knows because he's in all the same places Salmon20 is. Oh, I got feedback in there.
Sorry, that's probably me.
No worries, brother. All right. Yes, we will have a product for us. Actually, Canadian investors can invest in the Hex Investment Trust. If you can invest in American stocks, you will be available to invest in the Hex Investment Trust. Yes, Almerlos. T-shares are the most amazing mathematical invention that serves the people. Simply amazing. Once the masses understand how T-shirts, mother. That's right.
Do you have them? That's right. I made that for whales.
I love it, dude. I love it in a Samuel Jackson voice. Yeah. I love it. It's a wrap. Love the pre-virality of Hex. Absolutely, guys. Trading ruins lives. Facts. Okay. All right. So, what have you been doing this week?
Myself, man, it's been a busy week. I can't believe it's Friday, honestly. It has just been one of the things I started last week, and I launched it up on Twitter. I'm trying to figure out web pages, which I know absolutely nothing about. I'm even using a template. This is how bad it is. I just suck at it. But I'm going to be starting live streaming on my channel. That's why it's now Hextech16, the Prosperity Project.
Nice. I like
So I'm
it, man. Good for
trying to
you,
get that
brother.
launched.
We encourage, come on in, do the rounds with all the shows here, with all the specific shows here on DS, and let everybody know about what you're doing, man. That's what this community was created for. That's what Discourse Syndicate was created for, was to try to encourage more people like yourself to come out and get involved and start their own content, their own shows, because there's going to be, certain audiences that you're going to appeal to that we don't, and vice versa. And I think the bigger the pool of streamers are that are pumping the good word, the better, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the focus that came about for it was, first sitting down and trying to answer that, what type of need can I fill, that type of thing. And the whole thing behind the Prosperity Project is it's another social experiment. It's kind of based on what I did with the whole loose change when I first started investing in Hex. There's so many new people onboarding, and there's going to be so many more new people, just new to crypto, people who are in crypto, bringing their friends, saying, hey, this pulse change thing, this is what Hex did for me. And it's kind of a give back, but the whole focus is just to be able to help those people who started like I did. I didn't come with a silver spoon in my mouth.
I like it. Yeah.
I came with loose change, and showing people how to DCA, kind of begin with what they got, using what I'm using a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Probably a lot of people have read that. So that's the whole premise based on the book, is going through the chapters and the different allegorical techniques for building wealth. And if we help somebody, that's great. So I'll be doing a live stream once a week, getting that set up, kind of going through the book type stuff. I set up a portfolio. This is really interesting. But so when I retired 2.5 months ago, thanks to Hex. And so I spent 2.5 months. And one of the things was I was okay. Now I'm taken care of financially free, but I hadn't fully gamed out or planned out what I was going to do with my time. Yeah. And
that's a big consideration when you think about it. Yeah.
And I got back from Vegas, and, I got the vid. And after that, I'm just sitting around the house. And
are you saying the convention in Vegas gave you the vid?
I probably got it there. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. But so anyways.
I don't want to discount. Hey, just joking, Maddie. Love it. Thank you for all you do for the community, bro.
No, it was a great conference. It was a great good give back, actually. I actually spent the entire week at the table checking people in, which was awesome. And I also got to bring several people. I bought a block of 14 tickets and gave them out and stuff like that to the community.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah.
But so a Hexagon giving back. So go ahead, continue.
I went back to work. I just made a friend of mine.
You didn't know what else to do with your time, right?
A friend of mine came to me with an offer I couldn't refuse. He said, hey, my buddy's looking for this type of assistance. Can you help him out? And it was perfect. I mean, it is perfect. I'll be honest with you. It's literally a 9-to-5 type thing. I don't have to work full time if I don't need to. I already explained to him that I'm going to be flying away a lot to go to different things, which I just, I went out, met up with Bally at Brand and another guy, Hex Jimbo, who had a food cart out there. So we just flew out to try out his food.
Right on.
But so what I'm doing though is, with the proceeds of what I get from the JOB, is I'm following the exact steps in the book. So I'm not funneling, just kind of I set up the portfolio. It's a model portfolio, and it's down 27% now, from when it started, but hey, no big deal, because it's DCA.
Well, exactly. You get the long-term view ahead of you.
Yeah. But I'm taking 10% every 2 weeks out of the paycheck and putting it towards the DCA.
You're a smart man. A lot of people, you guys, if you have an opportunity to work and provide value to your fellow mankind and stack away more hex, get back to work, guys.
Yeah.
I love that Hexicans are retiring, and a lot of you guys are doing a lot of good out there. But if you have the opportunity to get back to your local community by serving them in some sort of way or providing a product, and you can also stack more hex, do it.
It's a win.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm more motivated. And actually, you know,
it's the nicest Ross has ever been to me. I just had to throw that on the screen. So
okay. Ross Hex, yeah. Yeah, no, one of the things too is the fact that, like, for anybody out there, you know, complaining about, you know, Hexicans dumping on their heads or that type of thing, I actually sold the Mercedes this week, and I bought a 2014 black Mini Cooper, and I'm going to be getting a design and a wrap to promote Hex and Pulse chain and stuff like that.
I want one of the Italian job electric minis they had to make just for the subway scene. That's what I want.
yeah. Well, that's what the guys were telling me. You got to get that suspension, you know, built in there for that.
Yeah, so you can get all the gold bullion on the back.
Right, exactly.
That's right. We got another guest here. I am honored to have the Dragon Lady herself. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, Crypto, I don't know if I've ever given you the praise on stream with you at the same time to the community that you deserve. And I just want to say, you guys, this lady here is a boss. I got nothing but mad respect for her. I am so honored and so privileged to be able to work with her. And I'm so grateful that she has joined us tonight. So thank you for blessing us with your presence. The stream is better because of you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me crash. I was like, you know what? RG3 is not here tonight, so just to irritate him, I'm gonna come on stream the one night he's not here. It's
because you know he'll throw a fit. You know he will. He'll be like, "What? You never come on when I'm on?" Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's exactly why I came on, because you weren't on.
I didn't want your bandana bringing down my brand. That's what you tell him. He won't watch this, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, he won't. He won't even know. But it's okay. It's okay. It's I just came off the ladies stream. The ladies stream tonight, so it was good.
I jumped in. I was gonna say hey and hurry up and get the hell off so I can start my stream. But then as soon as I popped on, Sammy must have saw me down in the green room, and she's like, "All right, guys, I gotta get going." And I was like, "Yeah, Sammy rocks, man." So she's good like that.
Yeah, no, she's really good.
A best stream tonight now that Silas is here. There we go.
Nice.
Love it.
The Stylus, actually, I was just thinking about you before he started the stream, because I sent Cryptographics a message. So I've been playing around with t-shirts, and not for promoting my channel or anything like that, but just personal stuff. So like this one I designed for Wales.
I love that. Like, that's a really good one. Yeah,
you know, from his thing. But I can't find a website that I can do quality shirts. And
talk to us. We've already got all that figured all out.
Got it.
So we'll just plug you in. We'll just plug and play, bro, and just
super.
Heck yeah, and we'll even promote it for you and everything. No big deal. Help you have some extra funds for that DCAing, bro. Might as well make a few dollars just so you can use it as an example on your channel for the DCAing.
I've just been doing them for myself, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's an idea, you know, that maybe
I love your t-shirt. That's
I do too. Dude, it is sweet, isn't it?
It has the punk rock spirit to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of more my vibe.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Super into it.
We got to get Wales on here. He's got to come see this.
I know. Where is Wales? I haven't seen him in a long time. Dragon T versus Dragon Lady. Watch out.
I love it. That's awesome.
This is not okay. Like, now I'm just like, that's just what people call me. They don't even call me Crypto anymore. It's Dragon Lady. That's terrible. This is tragic.
Oh no, it's good. It's called personal branding.
Well, it's RG3's fault because he made up the name, and
He's
then
the one that
you
said
took
it
the liberty
first.
of repeating it on my stream when I had you as a guest, and then your Hexicans beamed it, and then
Your Excellence did a great job. Blew on fire and everything, but I remember you saying that fire's weak. If it were me, it'd be bigger fire. So
it was like a little fire, Hextech, like a little fire. I'm like, you're gonna make me Dragon Lady, make me like slay,
That's
like
right.
fire go strong.
We need some more claws, some bigger teeth, like some meaner looking spikes on the back of the dragon, some bigger flames. We need it all, right? Like make her a real dragon lady.
You know what? You should get Cryptostylist. You should get in contact with Richard and those gals that were doing that photo shoot. That one gal, she's that photographer. She could get you all clawed up and really do some nice photos. That'd be awesome.
You know what we should do? We should get her with Johnny Chaos and have him do some of his FX costumes. Do her up as a dragon. Then she'd really be the dragon.
Yeah, he's probably got the supplies, man.
I know he can make it happen.
That guy can produce artificial kidneys. I think he can come up with some dragon stuff,
That's great. So we got another guest here. This is a good buddy of mine from way back, helping us out with the channel, doing great work out there. Thank you, T-Rob, for picking up the slack where I keep leaving it. So I appreciate it.
Oh, man. Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. Glad to have you. I don't think I've ever had you on an FN Hangout before.
I know, man. You never invite me. So, you know, typically I'm asleep by now. So that's probably why you don't.
Yeah, I know, old man. I mean, I see all that gray in the beard.
I know. I have to hide it.
I've known T-Rob here for well over a decade, and he's got the same sickness I do, the entrepreneurial bug, the shiny object syndrome. And I can take that business and do better than that guy did with it. So.
I'm going to say starting multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I'm retired.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
From insurance.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm busier than I've ever been. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Trying to finish up. Well, I decided to build a garage onto my studio out back that we just got done building. And so I'm still not streaming from there. And that's where I want to move it from the office to behind the house. So
hasn't you been building that for a while, KNTX?
Well, yeah, but then I decided I didn't want to put all the sensitive equipment in there while they're doing more. So I'm one of those guys. I over improve my rental properties. I over improve the house when we do work there, and it's real easy to do. I'm like, oh, that's not that much more, and it's so much nicer. Let's just do that. Oh, I could use some extra storage space, so I decided to knock down a wall and add a garage. So it's dragging on a lot longer than it. And no pun intended with dragon.
Yeah, okay. I get it. This is just not going to go away. This is just stuck forever.
Yeah, pretty much stuck.
Yeah, it's called brand marketing.
Embrace it. Embrace your inner dragon.
Yes, that's right. We should have we should have a segment, like a 10-minute segment of you coming in and just being a boss in the boardroom and just throwing incendiary devices everywhere and say, "You're not going to pay attention. Get the F out." You know what? I just would love it.
Little martial arts scene going on, kind of
hey, that's
Tarantino
racist,
style.
That's racist. Why?
Yeah, Lucy Liu and Kill Bill.
Exactly.
Wait, she's Korean? Oh, okay.
No, because
I'm just playing. I don't play the PC game, so it's all good with me.
Clearly, because you called me Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I didn't do it. RG did. I just passed it along.
You just made it public. Okay. Oh, okay.
That's true.
You're both guilty.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna make so we're headed down to Scottsdale. We are going to be part of the Limitless conference. We have been confirmed. RG is doing Captain RG3 is going to be doing a 45-minute crypto presentation in front of high net worth individuals for this conference. We're very excited. They have everybody wants to know more about crypto within that circle. The Ken McElroy, Robert Kiyosaki, George Gammon, Jason Hartman. Everyone's interested in this crypto thing they keep hearing about, but they don't have any really good speakers to speak about it. We've got an awesome outline that we've got two really good Hexicans, amazing Hexicans. I'm sorry, I got to correct myself. Two amazing Hexicans that are working on different parts of this speech, so to speak. And it's going to be fire. We can't say Hex or Pulse on stage. They want to be agnostic, just more high level what crypto is, where it fits in the future of finance. But we've got a booth right next to Ken McElroy's, and we used the same booth designer that Ken McElroy did, and it's probably actually going to put his to shame. His is a little larger, but ours is nicer. So we're going to be able to talk. Once we get back to the booth, we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. So I'm excited about that.
That's exciting. That's really good.
Are they going to be streaming or recording anything from that?
I got to find out what we can and can't get away with, because I was going to hire, RG and I were going to hire someone to do all that, to get some good footage for us. So I'm really excited about that. Hey, Wales, how you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Did you see his shirt? Dude, Hextech, show him your shirt. Stand up.
Yeah, it's so dope.
Oh, he did it.
Yes. T-Rob, we're going to help set him up. We're going to help set him up with our new store.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That was funny.
Get this guy some extra income, for, not just for stacking more T-shirts, but also so he can show the world
That is
DCA
funny.
with it.
Good
Not
shit,
saying
man.
Hex. I know, right? Not saying Hex. You have to understand, these guys are really shy of anything being said. They're even scared of Bitcoin being set up there, because there's a lot of scams in our community. I don't know if not in our community specifically, the Hexicans, but the crypto community. I don't know if you guys have noticed that in the last 10 years, 13 years of crypto. So they just want to be very, very careful. It's more about what the future of crypto is going to be and how it's going to play a role and how it's going to be part of the asset class that you have to hold. Trust me, we'll have lots of opportunities to talk to people at the booth when this is all done. So we got some resources that we're handing out. I don't know if I should be saying this yet, but I'm going to get a hard time. Yeah, I know, Hextech. I see your face here. But I'm going to be given a hard time by the community if I don't just come out and say it. But we started a new financial education channel, and my first guest, we're waiting to get approval. Well, I got to finish the interview, and then we have to wait for approval from his team. Our first guest has been confirmed as Robert Kiyosaki. So I will be interviewing Robert Kiyosaki as the first interview on the channel. I will let you guys all know the public name of the channel once we are ready to make that public. We'd love your guys' support if we can get to the first, 1,000, 5,000 subscriber mark right off the get-go. Trust me, it goes a long way for us within these inner circles to we're working on some plans to put some Hex and Pulse in their pockets and have them be public about it. So it's very strategic the way that we're going about it. We're not just, these guys get shilled every day with the newest, latest, and greatest crypto scams. So we've proven ourselves over months and months and months of networking with these guys, and they're finally letting us into the inner sanctum. And we are unofficially, we are their crypto guys. So just good news, guys. Good things coming down the pike. Right now is a great time for them to be buying too. So
good stuff.
Bob, the guy, you're an amazing guy. I appreciate it. He's digging through 3 years of crypto transactions, probably for Mountain Crypto Advisors. They're helping him through all of his tax situation right now. And so I appreciate it. I understand you have a headache. I'd have a headache from digging through 3 years of crypto transactions too. So no worries about you not being on tonight, brother. But next week, you better be here. So listen to this, Wales. Ross Hex. First guest is not Wales only. Come on.
That's
Come
funny.
on, man.
That is funny. Nope.
Bang bang.
Hey, this is a
What
great
up, Crypto
question, guys.
King?
This is a great
What up?
question. But before King does his shout out to the community this week, I'd love to talk about this. Crimson Morrow, what's Discourse Syndicate? I got a notification for your stream, but I've never heard of you, laugh out loud. I mean, it was not a notification, but you popped up in the recommended. So we represent a crypto community called the crypto itself is hex.com. Real simple, find some great information out there. We've got tens of thousands of hours of content on this channel over the last 2.5 years of this coin coming live. It's a better Bitcoin that pays you part of the inflation of the coin supply. Bitcoin inflates every 10 minutes when they mine a block. We do something similar on a set schedule, but it is paid to stakers only. So it's like a CD on the blockchain. It's been an amazing product, 100% uptime, locked modulated code, never an issue. There's no inflation bugs, none of the issues you see with so many of these other crap coins out there. And on top of that, we have probably the strongest. In fact, we are such a strong community that we even go after each other if we just step out of line at all. So, that's what we are about. We got a new coin coming out called Pulsechain.com and Pulsex.com. So go check those out as well. So heck yeah, man. I'm glad you found us, man. We can boast that this community has probably put together several thousand new millionaires. I mean, how many staker classes can you guys put together above the dolphins? Most of the squids, maybe not at today's price. Now's the time to accumulate because of the price right now. Right. But, there's probably, 5,000 new millionaires over the last 2.5 years, thanks to Hex. So been pretty amazing. Yeah, Crypto King, figures. Please, what up? Friend, give a shout out to the community today, buddy.
Everybody, yeah. Shout out to everybody that's put in the hard work on the Twitter Spaces, where they're doing the live streams on YouTube. But I was able to be in the background during KNTX's awesome interview of Gerald Celente, the trends researcher the guy's got a 40+ year track record of just being correct. So stand by for that interview to be released. But we also worked with the good people at the Trends Journal. They're offering a $10 discount on their 1-year subscription.
Great point.
So use code Hexicon at the Trends Journal website page, and you'll get a discount off the 1-year subscription. If you want a sample of the current issue, you could DM me on Twitter, and I'll give me an email address, and I'll give you a sample copy of the current issue. And man, it's 150-page magazine with 0 ads, so it's pure content, and it's just stuff that we all need to be very aware of. What himself, he has Dr. Paul Craig Roberts writes for them. Gregory Manarino also writes, and we're also seeing if we could get maybe some of our awesome Hex writers and involved with their magazine as well. So check them out.
Yeah, 100%. He was most of the time. So when I do interviews, I'm usually pretty engaging with questions, but he was a little flamethrower. He was throwing incendiary devices everywhere. And I was like, yeah, I like what the guy is saying, and I don't want to cut him off. So I just let him go. I just let him rant. We may not have a channel next week after his appearance. But
sounds like a Hexagon.
Yes, exactly. I say, hey, there's a lot of commonality between our community and yours. Trust me on that. So it should be released. When I say today, I mean those of you guys on the other side of the planet today. So I think the editor is done with it. We decided to do this one edited. Some of these bigger guests that are more well-known, we've decided to not do it on a live stream. Not all of them, but we get too many Hexicans. In my opinion, this was my decision on this one. We get too many Hexicans saying, tell them about Hex, tell them about Hex, tell them about Hex. These guys get stuff thrown at them all the time. You're not going to onboard 90% of them right then and there. Like, let's find commonality. Let's find a place where we can communicate across the channels and across the communities together. Let's find where we have common place, where we believe the same things, and then let's build that coalition. And we'll show you what we're all about once they know that you're on the same side as them. So,
yeah, I dropped his YouTube channel in the chat, so go ahead and give him a subscribe. And if you're all about freedom and liberty and fighting the good fight, I mean, if you're not already following Gerald, I know a lot of Hex Deck and some of us are familiar with Gerald.
A lot of us are already.
Just go ahead and sub him, and
if you're
give
not,
him some comments.
Get familiar. Yep. That's basically me in the future, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. It was a good interview. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, KNTX, what was one of the most contentious things that he said that you were like, whoa, I can't believe you just said that?
Well, the fact that he talked about the scam-demic in the way that he did, I was like, my channel's getting shut down for sure.
Oh
Even
wow,
labeled
he went
misinformation.
there.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely. Oh, and I think he's 100% right. So it's just you just don't say that on YouTube. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, does the channel have a backup on Odyssey and all those other channels? It should, in case it doesn't.
Wait, this channel? Yes.
The new one.
No, we haven't. We haven't started uploading videos on purpose. We want to prepare a bunch of material ahead of time so that it can be released on a schedule. We've done a lot of research. We've talked to a lot of people, a lot of big YouTubers, and your tractions really gain the first 90 days by your consistency of uploads and the rapid subscription count. And so like a channel like Discourse Syndicate that after 2.5 years or just over 2 years only has 10,500, just shy of 10,500 subscribers. It's going to continue probably on this trajectory for a long time, meaning it's not going to get that virality. We're lucky to get Crimson Morrow to see us in the recommended pages. That just doesn't happen very often with a channel like ours that's slow growing. But if you have explosive growth right from the beginning, it tends to be put right at the front of the algorithm and shown to everybody because they want everyone to see the new streamer that just started. So, and it's cool because we're going to do just a lot of financial concepts, personal finance, things of that nature. And the reason why we're doing that is because there's a bigger and broader demographic there. And then we're going to circle back to Hex and Pulse. Don't worry. We're going to give them what they want. Then we'll show them what they need. Don't worry about that. Always part of the plan. Hey, Wales.
Yes, sir.
Let the bong rip out, bro.
I'm just zoning out over here, man. It's Friday night. I work hard all week. You know,
dude,
I think I earned those.
We kicked some ass this week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I updated Crypto with some
nice,
some neat stuff that we did today. So
cool.
Yeah, really good.
Yes.
Yeah. No games being played. I mean, look, by the time people figure out what's going on, it won't even matter because it's 2025.
I'm just you keep saying this and it just becomes more and more and more just
reality.
Well, not just reality, but it's just more prevalent to me as we go forward. Like I'm thinking, man, we're racing other people, and not even our own community. We're racing other people in the space to get this done right. And to be the first to market. Dude, these guys are so far behind us.
We're really not racing anybody. We're just racing ourselves.
Yep.
And it's hard to see that, but you know, we I gotta tell you, Crypto Silas, that one stream you did with RG really just wow. You know, because you hear that these people are playing in the field, but you don't really know how bad it is because I'm not looking at what anybody else is doing because I know it's trash. No. But then when you hear the problems that they're running into, it's like, how is that even possible? You can handle that with a spreadsheet.
I know. It's crazy. I mean,
it's insane.
Yeah, and they're better than most.
But they're relying on this tech. That's the crazy thing. So what happens when enter the actual solution? They're not going to know what to do with themselves.
They're not going to know what to do.
Well, we did I won't say the name of the company because we don't want to spoil any of these relationships ahead of time, but we did a pitch deck for a very large company and a very large brand that many people are aware of. And it wasn't salesman-y enough. Like we didn't dumb it down and try to throw all the buzzwords in there like all the other people do. So they didn't even think we were serious. And we're like, it was
a situation where they wanted cookie cutter.
Yes. They want to be sold on all the buzzwords.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not how this thing works. This is not, you guys are going the wrong, but we were told, dumb it down, do what everyone else does on these pitch decks when it comes to the metaverse and NFTs and cryptocurrencies. And then we'll educate them once we've got the
attention.
Once we've got it. Yeah. Once we've got their attention.
Say that they want to see innovation. And then when you show
they
it to
don't.
them, they freak the fuck out. And they're like, no, I just want to see what I've seen before. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
this
is
exactly exact issue with pretty much every industry, specifically Wall Street that I know well, because what have I said time and time again? You can fail conventionally, but you cannot fail unconventionally. can't happen. You can't deviate from what the norm is, and this is exactly that. They want to see what they want to see because that's what they're comfortable seeing.
Yeah. Change is just like it's almost
jarring.
like they look at it as like criminal or dangerous, which is why I think we encounter as a community so much FUD and so much, accusations of scam and all the other bullshit that we deal with, is because we're changing the game.
Well, I gotta tell you what. I gotta tell you what. I think a little bit of that is under the money table. I don't think it's just. I don't think it's
there's
just.
that too.
Yeah, I don't.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, I think it's like 50-50 to be honest. I don't think it's as much the new age tech as we would like to think. Because I think the new age tech is so new age that they have to attack it.
Because they're threatened by it.
They're for sure. What we do works. What they do is just there.
Yeah, and it's never gone down. And it's
it's dangerous. Think about it.
Impulse chain is going to change.
Yeah.
And it's going to make everything else look like shit.
Yeah. Well, the thing. That's the thing is they're like, well, we want Ethereum, but it's too expensive, and we want all these other ghost chains, and we're like, hey, we've got the answer.
Got the solution.
Yeah. Now, Richard, don't make a liar out of us. Hurry up and make this a reality.
Leave him alone.
I know. It's been tough.
I was going to say, did you notice, though, during this last crash dip that we just had, that Ethereum prices were still cheap? I mean, because I think it was because of the fact that Bitcoin or Ethereum wasn't moving. But, I mean, it was cheap to transact. Also,
NFTs are in the toilet, so that's where most of the transactions come from, the highest volume, and nobody's trading them right now.
Nice JPEG right now, with crypto.
Hold on, I thought they were stores of value. What happened to that? Did something change? Did I miss something?
Yeah, apparently.
You missed it all, Wales.
The
whole thing. Yeah.
Wales. I value mine. I have one, and Steak and Apes gave it to me. So
very nice. I have one of those as well.
Me too.
That one is not for sale.
Nope. Okay, I don't want to get in the whole NFT debate, but I don't think that all NFTs are crap. I think that overpriced JPEGs, that's crap.
Yeah, those. Well, here's the problem, Crypto Stylist. When people think NFT, what do they think of?
Bored apes. I get it. And I'm not
they don't think of, it's not about not fudding. They know what they are. Yeah. We don't got to do anything. Let's be honest. Right? What utility is there in a picture that can be copied and pasted? None. Zero. Yeah. That's irrelevant. That's why Steak and Apes does what he does, which is the right thing.
Exactly. Right? That's why I feel like sometimes as a community, we're so anti-NFT that it hurts guys like him who are doing it right. And
I support Steak and Apes 100%.
An economy around it, and we're Hexicans. Those kids are like really doing it the right way with our values, and so 100%. I don't want to generally just go in as a generalization FUD NFTs. Because
not at all.
Yeah, that's kind of my narrative.
He's definitely. Well, I'm sorry. He's just definitely changed the perception around NFTs for the community as a whole.
Yeah. Well, and let's think about this too. Like, guys, Hedron has HSI NFTs.
Hedron has redefined NFTs, exactly. I think.
Yeah, I was just going to say the new
wrapped as a derivative now.
New financial products are going to be coming out as NFTs, and the function of NFTs will go to that 2.0 level. One of the ones that is going to be available, I won't mention the project because I'm not shilling or promoting anything, but one of the ones that I'm interested that's going to be there at Pulsecon, or I want to talk to these guys, is Boxable. Partnered with a group that is offering a boxable NFT, which allows the individual can purchase it and sell it on the open market, or if they do purchase it, they can go to Boxable and redeem it as a VIP
they get moved
line
to the
jump.
Front of the VIP list. Yep.
I'm on the waiting list for Boxable, so it's of personal interest to me. For my property, I'm going to have one delivered out there.
I'm going to have it in my Colorado ranch home up there on the prairie there.
It's Montana.
I drove up to Dutton today, T-Rob.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How's the weather, man? Looks hot.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, it's not so hot up there, up the West Fork. But I was hours and hours long drive. But, hey, the kid needed to get some experience for his driver's license.
Gotcha. Cool, man.
So, So we took several hours out of the day many hours out of the day-to-day to put them down on the books. Yep.
Yo, fam, I'm gonna drop off. My son's he's coming to pick me up and go shopping. So
enjoy.
Don't forget to catch Uneducated Economist is gonna be on with the captain on Monday. Thanks, T-Rob, for helping out in the background and getting that done.
Yes, sir.
And more guests to come. Y'all enjoy the weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Nice to see you, Crypto King.
Yeah, man.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Thanks, producer.
He
is our producer. He
does a great job
with the DS show. Absolutely. Yes, he does.
He's a nice person too. I like him.
Yeah, and nobody can merch him. If you see the room, bro. I'm like, man, that boy has some serious merch.
Dude, he had to rent the little shoebox apartment next door just so he could store.
Oh, really? He's got a second auxiliary apartment.
Yeah, so he pays for 2 places a month just so he can store all of his merch.
Call him the Drip Toe King.
I think I should do a thing not a contest, but the best of which streamers have the best background. And just evaluate and do a top 10, and then maybe I'll get always a contest, right?
I like that idea.
It's cool. Yeah. People love an award. Everyone loves an award.
I'm a minimalist, so I like the minimalist type backgrounds.
I like it. It's nice. It's actually quite impactful because you really see the Hex logo.
Yeah, I like dumping on your guys' heads, as you can see.
Oh yeah. Sporting your fake furniture.
right. That green screen costs a whole lot of money.
Oh my gosh, that's $12.99 from Amazon. Oh, by the way, I gotta fix my corner now. No.
Well, actually, the funny thing is because so many people ask me about the brick behind me. And I'm always straightforward and upfront, honest about everything. And I'm like, bro, the one guy's like, was that expensive? Was that there when you got the place or whatever? I'm like, bro, that is removable wallpaper, contact paper from Amazon. It rolls out in sheets. Yeah, but it looks awesome.
It looks really good. Well, this is fake. This is plastic.
Yeah. My plants are.
That's funny. Everybody was asking, have her reach back and touch something.
I know. That's why I moved it. I'm like, my set is for real. I built this to stream so I could look professional, right?
I love those shelves. I mean, the floating wall shelves. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amazon. Everything from Amazon. So
I know. I get 2-3 packages a day, and my roommate is just like, "Do you ever not order stuff?"
You and everybody else.
My roommate says that too. We call her my wife around the house. All of a sudden, there's new boxes on the front porch every day,
and there's never anything for her, right?
Well, I ordered this hat.
Why you think she's complaining?
Wait a second.
I ordered
That's
this
not
hat.
Fair. I got a package recently because my dog ate my copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I wanted to read back up on it before I interviewed Robert Kiyosaki again. So I did just get a Rich Dad Poor Dad paperback in the mail from Amazon today.
Nice.
But she uses that excuse all the time. It's not even for me, it's for the kids. It's something about the kids. Your baby girl needed something.
Yeah.
I bought this for a Bitcoin maxi friend of mine about 2 weeks ago, but he didn't find the humor in it. So he would not receive the gift. So I'm like, great, I'll wear it on stream. I'm like, we're almost to the point of when the wagey memes start popping up, the McDonald's worker memes.
Dude, so. Did we played it last weekend, right? I put it up on screen. The advertisement from McDonald's, the billboard that says, "Hey, crypto bros, we're hiring."
Bros. I love that. Yeah,
what a troll move for sure. That was so perfect.
Absolutely. But I mean, for some people, I mean, and actually, I'm gonna make sure I make a note of that because, talking with people and stuff about side hustles and getting, that extra cash, that do re mi. Because people sometimes say they don't have it. I mean, there's no shame in the game of how you finance or source your fiat. And like the McDonald's here, where I'm at, they're paying $21 an hour.
What?
And they $21 an hour is the starting wage for a worker flipping burgers, and they pay daily. So they pay you at the end of the day. So you get your money right there. You know, so
I mean, this is some early turn of the 20th century shit that you're talking about right now. Paying people at the end of the day? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, $21 an hour at McDonald's.
Yeah. They had to stop going 24 hours a day and change their hours from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. because of the fact that they can't hire workers here. My locality is so short of like employees just in the valley.
We have the same issue.
That's everywhere.
Yeah. That's everywhere. I was talking about that with some stream I was just doing yesterday or the day before. I mean, it's a serious issue, and why? Because people can find employment. Fiat, you know, there's no shame. Just what you said, Hextech. Yeah. There's no shame in how you source your fiat, and people are doing it in, you know, any way possible, especially now with the gig economy.
Yep, 100%.
20 bucks is 20
so
bucks.
We have so 20 bucks is 20. I ain't gay, but 20 bucks is 20 bucks. So in our small community, the night manager and the day manager each make like, and not even the general manager, but they make like $150,000 a year.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where?
At McDonald's, bro.
Yeah. What the fuck?
At McDonald's.
And I went to college?
Yeah, you dumbass.
Exactly. Yeah. No
and
bullshit.
You get free French fries.
And you get free Mickey D's. Yeah.
And you know what they're saying when they go
around the waist too.
I'm loving it. You know.
Yo, 150K and you're not even the fucking main dude.
Yeah.
I'm doing it wrong, bro.
Right?
Clearly.
Doing it wrong, Wells.
Clearly doing it wrong.
My resume's coming to you.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, pass my shit to me. I'm flying in to work at Mickey D's in Colorado.
That's right. Hey, T-Rob, it sounds like we just had an opening at the Hex Investment Trust. So
nice.
he ain't getting
He's
paid.
moving on to other opportunities
over there. We're doing all this free work. Nobody's getting paid.
True story though. And this goes back to the background of like where you start. When I first moved out from New York to Montana, a friend of mine told me I was going through divorce, but that's the backstory. But so I drive out. I don't have like living quarters set up. Crashed at a friend's house for 3 weeks till I found a place. I didn't have a job lined up or anything, and my background was chefing for like 20 years, and so like. I went for a management position with a local company because I have management background as well. And but they wanted me to move outside of where I was. I'm like, no, I came to be this specific area. And so I walk out of there and I look across the street, big yellow sign. It says now hiring management. So I left my car in the parking lot, walked across the street. 17 minutes later, I filled out a 2-page application and I became a manager for McDonald's. So
wow.
That's why I say no shame in the game, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, there isn't. There shouldn't be.
I'm so thankful for those people at the drive-thru that actually showed up that day so I could get fed. Like I honestly am genuinely like thankful for those people. Like I'm always so nice and so sweet to those people because I know that they deal with some shitty customers.
Sure.
All day long.
100%.
And I'm just glad if I can just give a smile to them and just make it worth their day, then it's worth it for me because of what they've done for me just to be there because no one's showing up for work these days, man. Yeah. And we're having the same issue with contractors. You can't freaking find a contractor right now. All the good ones are that'll actually show up are all booked, and the only ones that you can find are the ones that
you don't want.
They quadruple book themselves, and it's literally like the Russian roulette as to whether or not they'll show up. Yeah.
Well, that's part of the reason it's taken me so long to get my studio/garage built is I'll get like a half a day's work here, and then the next day they don't show up, and then I might get some morning work and maybe an all day work, and then they don't show up for another day, and it's like, you guys are killing me here. He goes, I know I got too many customers, and I said, I know you are. And I said, if Hex price wasn't so low, I'd pay you extra to just focus on my job. So no.
Damn.
You might have some freed up time for the contractors if that housing market glut starts to hit. It probably right around December is where people are really going to see it. But excess housing and people walking away from the builds.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, inflation is rearing its ugly head in every aspect of the market. So.
Yeah.
It was 8.5% in March, year on year.
Yeah.
According to the New York Times.
And that's the fake number.
Yeah, that's not.
But, are you talking about fake inflation? Or?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I went back.
Fake inflation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Oh no, I was just saying that's the number they're publishing. So
Correct.
I mean, the fact that they're publishing that number should be scary to 98% of the people because of the fact that it's worse.
So. That's right.
It's horrific. And, I went back because I don't live in the States. I live in the UK. And whenever I go home, I buy a lot of things that, that you get at home that you use, like my makeup remover, just dumb things like that. Almost everything that I went to go buy and the last time I was there was in November. So I went back in April. That's what 6 months, a little bit less than 6 months. Almost double for just like daily goods. I was like, this is outrageous. I mean,
cost of living has increased by 100% for most people. That's right.
Yeah, it's
average
out
person.
of control. And your wages aren't up that much. Clearly, no one's getting like 100%.
No,
they're not moving.
They're not moving. Never mind 100%.
And it's awful because if the wages go up, then you know what the companies do is they charge it back to the customer.
Yep.
So like you end up paying for it all anyway. We pay for everything as the consumer. And so it's really, I feel sorry for people who are not in crypto. I don't know how they're going to survive. How are they going to eat? They got to work at McDonald's.
Right.
People make do, or they do without. I mean, when it comes down to brass tacks, that's what happens. It's not a pleasant thing, though. I mean, there's truly people hurting, and it's hard sometimes, and just listening to people, because I don't go and like just randomly shill if somebody tells me about the hard time they're having. I listen, but in the back of my mind is like, I wish I could tell them about some amazing financial products that are out there, but I mean, unless they're looking, I mean, but yeah, it hurts to listen to some of the stories.
And Hextech, think about this compounded over the next 5 years, 10 years. I mean, literally everything that you're saving in fiat or your pension that you're like, whatever, that they keep trying to take out of my paycheck here and I throw a fit. It's like, that's going to be worth so little. It's going to be worth, I mean, it's like crazy. So less than half, I think, at this rate in 5 years, 10 years. Well, you probably know the math better than me, but I play with those inflation, you calculate the compounded interest, and like you do 5 years and 10 years, and I get depressed. I'm like, this is crazy for people who are not invested literally in crypto, but then also in like Hex and, and what we're doing, because we have the best product.
And Wales hammers this all the time. Hex and staking is, the inflation we earn is based in Hex. It's not based in the US dollar. So, I mean, understanding the importance of that is really, for me, it's mind blowing, but a lot of people don't grasp that.
No, really that's the key. That's really the key. I mean, I remember my first job, like after graduating, it was at a firm where we helped pension funds and retirement accounts define contributions and define benefits. That's what they call it in the business. We would help them administer and set up their plans and pick investments and whatever, all this nonsense, right? Because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They're just regular people. And, I would tell these guys, like, hey, what you guys are doing is not, it's not smart. And this was, this was 6-7 years ago. We're talking 2015, 2016. Okay? It's 2022. I mean, I was so right. It's disgusting. And guess what they're doing? The same crap that's going to lead all these retirees into the fiery pits of financial hell. And that's a fact. It's not even an opinion. It's just It's just what's going to happen.
We have a rude awakening coming when it comes to pensions. So just wait, guys. It's a
so
looming,
nasty.
impending doom crisis for sure.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's a good example that I said to somebody the other day, a new employee that was just starting. And one of the things, all right, because like as far as 401k program, wrecked. I mean, anybody's 401k. Just, I'm sorry. But so this company has a thing like.
Hey, real quick, caveat to that. Unless it's invested in the Hex Investment
Trust. That's right.
Pro tip. Hex Investment Trust, self-directed 401k. Please,
right.
Check it out.
For accredited investors as
Rocket,
of now.
what is it?
Rocket Dollar.
Yeah, Rocket Dollar. Check it out. Go Google it. But here's an example, and I told this guy this is with the medical plans is if you have an HSA, certain. At least the way our thing is set up.
Correct.
Yeah, but actually the HSA is a better store of value than the 401k because you can put pre-tax your dollars that you put in the HSA are not taxed.
You realize how bad that is?
No, it's terrible. I'm a manipulator.
It's sad. It is.
You can contribute, like mine, you contribute a max of up to $3,335 or something.
We're talking about a medical insurance rainy day product.
Yep.
Versus
critical care,
versus a retirement fund product. And we're talking about the store of value is not in the retirement fund product. This is what you just said, sir.
Yes.
I just wanted to make that clear. I'm done.
Yep.
And people think that there's somewhere else to put their money outside of cryptocurrency. I laugh at anyone that has that position. Whether it's a 50-cent price or a fucking half-cent price. If you don't understand the math, then that's your fault. You will suffer the consequences, not anybody else. You better do your own research. You better start doing your homework, and you better stop acting like you have a clue. Because 95% of you out there that are crying clearly have no clue. Zero. None whatsoever. You wouldn't be crying. You would just be buying. In fact. Because dollars don't give you more dollars. Fiat doesn't give you more fiat the last time I checked. So
I thought you just print it.
I don't think we're allowed to do that. I think we go to jail for that one.
I was going to say there was a group up here, the Schweitzers, that tried that with a little Montana. You know how Montana is, and they went to jail because they basically just started writing checks because the government was doing it. I mean, that didn't go over so well for them. That you don't want to die on that hill. So
they don't understand the system, and that's the key, right? People think that they are dealing in federal and U.S. dollars when they are in fact dealing in Federal Reserve notes.
The difference.
Yep, major difference right there. And of course, this has been explained before, but you either watched it or you didn't. So, but it's there. The information is out there. It's not a secret.
I threw up a meme this week, and it was a 2-part meme, and the one part said, "I need a wake-up call," and he's like getting out of bed. And then the answer was, fact, the U.S. dollar has not been backed by gold since 1970.
Yeah.
There's your wake-up call.
There's your wake-up call, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's bad. And you know what? When we had the 50-year anniversary this past summer, I did a whole special on it. And I sure as hell detailed what was about to happen with fiat currency. Good. And here we are in short order.
Yeah.
Short order. And we've been here. And people just didn't want to realize it because they don't think it's reality. But guess what? Now you're looking at the prices in your local neighborhood and you're realizing, holy crap, it's real. And guess what? This is the worst part. Because you would think after everything I just said for the past minute or two, I'd be done. No. The worst part is this is just beginning.
Yep.
Just beginning.
True. It's going to get much worse.
Have you
We
guys
haven't
noticed?
even seen the economic multiplier of this much printed money yet. We haven't.
Nope.
I mean, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Go
It's
ahead.
sad, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed? I'm sure you have in the grocery stores that they're trying to say that you're paying the same, but the volume is actually less.
Less.
Oh, yeah.
They're making everything smaller.
Yep.
Yeah, but the funny thing is it's increasing exponentially. I noticed that. Remember, it started with like the yogurt cups, and they just
Yep.
got a little smaller,
Soda cans and
Yeah.
the bottles of beer and whatnot.
But now that the numbers have ratcheted up, like the ounces that they're removing, like laundry detergent. Go check. Check this stuff for facts, because you want to see what the real numbers are. I mean, I work in automotive, and the fact that used car prices are up 35% year over year, I mean, is a real indicator. Look at your grocery prices. Those are the true index indicators of how much inflation is wrecking you.
I don't think there's ever been a point in time in history where somebody can say used car prices are up 30, anything.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
anything. And I don't think people really take that seriously. Like that alone right there proves everything that I've been saying for the past year and a half.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy part.
The highest appreciating asset known to humans being appreciative assets right now. That's crazy.
Right. But what was crazy is that the used car phenomenon is not even new. It's been a thing since 2021 and 2020. And everybody's just been ignoring it.
Yeah.
Used cars have been ripping. That's been one of the main trades over the past few years, ever since Rona. Believe it or not. Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but as far as like used vehicles, the fact you can't walk on it's not like you walk on the lot and get a selection. It's come and take what you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And they don't last long.
No. Nope. And that's the thing. How do you operate in this new world without lots of fiat? Fiat does not give you more fiat. You have to position yourself such that you are operating from a position of strength. And this is why, you guys got to realize, if you're not the person with a position in fiat that allows you to keep accruing assets, then you have to get in the position where you're constantly accruing assets. Because that's your mission. You don't have any other mission.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this stream, and you sure as hell would be retired, right? So something to think about.
Yeah. And I mean, even that's the thing. When I was watching, for me, watching like when like these crisis dips happen and stuff, and the dumpers come in, and I watch that stuff like sports. I don't watch sports. I don't watch television. But I'm sitting there in front of Match.xyz, and I'm like, go.
Naturally.
Thank you, Johnny Chaos. I had my limit orders in place and stuff, and I'm like, just hit that number. I got a 53% fill on that one. But the thing is that a lot of people are like crying wrecked, or they're like trying to scramble in and get things set up because all of a sudden it's crashing, and they're like, oh, I want to try to buy some. And it's like that thought process should have been in place a week or 2 weeks ago. It's not like people aren't putting out great information in the Hex community, letting you know what's going to happen. So
that's the crazy thing. People are putting out all kinds of information. Yeah. All the time.
I really, I have indexes and I can't watch everything. And there's good stuff. That I'm like, I want to see this. And I got to make the time to go back and see some of these channels and stuff, just so I can, because sometimes I go through certain segments like 2-3 times and write stuff down because I can't remember everything. But
you're trying to learn and all that.
Yeah. And 7 years in crypto, and I am learning on a daily basis. So it doesn't like come through osmosis. So.
Well, we don't operate in that kind of environment, right? And people really don't appreciate that. We're not in an office in some place where we're just interacting with each other on a constant basis. This is all remote. And when it's remote, the engagement is a little bit different. The osmosis happens a little bit differently. You have to really be chasing it, right? When you're in a virtual environment. Otherwise, you're not immersed in it. So you can't learn through osmosis. Not possible. So
Brett in Eastlick says, I got a car that gets me to A to B. That's all I need right now. And that's absolutely true. I mean, I was laughing when I drove. I went to the house for lunch, pick up some packages, and I drove back to work. And when I'm getting used to the instrument cluster on the Mini Cooper and stuff. But I noticed there it had the average gas thing. Now the Mercedes that I sold that or traded in to get the Mini Cooper it got 16 miles to the gallon. The Mini Cooper gets 34 average miles to the gallon.
Nasty.
But I only drive 2.2 miles to work. So, I mean, I can probably go almost 2 months on a full tank of gas in the Mini Cooper. I'm like, this is sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Kinetics, you're still rolling on that bicycle, aren't you? Still.
Yeah. I lost the pedals. So I got to kick with my feet. Like, it was like the kids learning to ride the bikes for the first time. Yeah,
I picked you up a few times.
That's right.
Just keep that stick in your hand away from the front spokes. I mean, you do that, you'll be okay.
Hey, you know what? After 3 times of doing that, I finally learned my lesson that is not cool to do. So
finally figured that one out.
Yep.
Did you tumble on the ground and rack and go, damn you, Richard Hart? Go blame somebody for your own. I see a lot of that on Twitter these days.
Yeah, I know, right? How did you know I blamed Richard Hart? That's funny.
You're one of those guys that's walking down the street just carrying their front tire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to do that in New York, though. What was it? Wales was telling us, now the latest thing in New York is people are stealing DoorDash drop-offs from people's porches.
Nah, not even from people's porches. How it works is that they have the app on their phone, so they know the order. They can see the order. They know where to go pick it up. But what happens is they take the food. They go like they're gonna pick it up, but they're actually taking the food for themselves or whoever.
Right from the restaurant.
Yeah, straight from the restaurant.
I totally missed that. All right.
All good. Yeah, it's all good.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the latest. Just getting started, folks.
They had to have known that was going to happen eventually, though, right?
Right.
You're advertising where the food is, and the people that are.
But hold on, check this out.
Waiting for you to show up and pick it up.
Tell more, Wells.
There's more. You guys remember the little? There's more, but this goes back to like when it started. You guys remember like the electric scooters or whatever?
Yeah.
Right, like the little mopeds. So they try to run those over here, thinking that people just weren't going to steal them or something.
This ain't no gated community.
Yeah, I think by my laugh, you can figure out what the end result of that was. I mean, it's just moronic. Yeah. I mean, as soon as they did it, it just failed. It was the funniest thing.
Yeah, I saw one of those out by the mailboxes when I came out of the condo the other morning, and it's just dumped there. And I'm like, only here because nobody would swipe it around here type thing. The thing's just.
But that's the thing. Imagine that's how it works. People just leave it wherever. What do you think is gonna happen when some random person is just walking by? They're gonna take that. They're gonna hotwire that, and they're gonna run it. It's not hard. It's just a moped, man. Yeah. All they gotta do is take the computer out.
The honor system. The honor system doesn't work in America, does it?
It doesn't.
No honor among thieves.
Nope. Not at all.
Just ask the government.
Well, you know what's funny? When you think about it, why doesn't it work? Well, you've trained people to behave this way. After, decade after decade after decade, or not even. It's really, well, as far as we know, decade after decade after decade, right? What do we know? Well, what we know is you got to pay for everything. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Nothing is communal. Everything is eat what you kill. Period. So they can't be any other way of looking at things. They technically can't be, right? So that's what we end up seeing. So this is one of the reasons people operate from this idea that scarcity is real.
Yeah, scarcity. You hit the nail. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's made to be real.
It is made to be real, but the other problem is that the wealth is so polarized that for most people, things like scooters and, nice things in life are so scarce. It's not even attainable unless they steal it.
That's right.
So we've kind of
they're
created
durable
this,
goods, right?
Yeah.
To a certain extent, because they're so costly.
Well, the mindset too is a negative mindset where it's like, get what you can what you get, and then hide the can. I mean,
damn, I never heard that one before.
No.
I like that.
I like that.
Absolutely like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You'd make a
Can
T-shirt
what
out of
you
that,
get.
bro.
Yeah, you're the T-shirt king from now on, bro.
You wouldn't believe. I've got like 4 more coming. Like I
Wait a second.
All right.
Is that a Montana-ism right there?
No, that's not.
Oh,
I'm from
okay.
New York, mofo.
Yeah, he's from New York, man.
I'm a transplant. I came out from New York. So.
Yeah, you're a tran what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Transplant. I self-identify as a plant. Okay. Let's
Oh.
use the proper pronouns here.
Oh.
I prefer leaf, twig, branch.
Kinetics, do you see who's in the chat? Do you see who's in the chat now?
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Come on, Grandpa.
Hey, RG,
get in here.
Who's with
this
us
guy's against the
streaming?
T-shirts because
It's the Dragon Lady.
He's the one that locked them up in a can and then hid the can. Like, I have no idea where any of these shirts are.
He canned the can.
He canned the can. So he doesn't want to deal with T-shirts because he's got a storage unit full of them. I'm like, just give them to me, bro. I'll take care of them. I'll make a short work of that real quick. Don't worry about
your
that.
DS T-shirt Connect, so I was going to ask about that. Like, hey, where can I get one of those?
Very soon we'll have them on our site too. So.
Oh my God, they better be free. That's all I'm saying.
No. Oh, you're one of the 3 people in this community that think that everything to Hexicans should be free. Okay.
That's right. Everything should be free. Don't forget it.
All right, I'll remember that.
I designed this one T-shirt just last week. It says I got a big. This T-shirt says I have a big pee-pee, and then underneath it's in like parentheses, personal portfolio.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, that shit was so funny. Well, I mean, it's down 95% now, so it's not that big, but it was big enough.
No, but it grows over time.
Yo, you know what's crazy? The craziest thing to me about this whole crying is that the whole time we were pumping and talking about Hex this, Hex that, Hex is going to the moon. The presumption was that people were listening to the whole statement and they were catching the end part where we were like, stake that shit. Don't forget to stake it.
Don't forget the T-shirts.
Yeah, don't forget your T-shirts because that is what covers you on the downside. Right. Everybody apparently just missed that part because they're crying like nobody ever said that. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I ain't the one. I ain't the one. So y'all gonna take that shit and shove it all the way. Because I sure as fuck have. Matter of fact, there's even T-shirts that say it in multiple forms. That's just one of them right there.
Do you have them?
T-shirts, motherfucker. That's right. So whoever don't got none, congrats. You fucking played yourself.
Yeah.
Woo, and there's that.
Yep.
Your Hex could be earning you more Hex right now.
Instead, you're just crying like a
yeah, because you're just looking for the US dollar price appreciation. Good luck with that because it's going to be a while.
Imagine we have the opportunity to play in real life Monopoly and people are opting to quit the game.
Yeah.
Laughable.
I mean, I think I'm the only person who's like, it's like a dopamine rush to be able to buy Hex right now. I got in at 17 cents. So you don't understand. I'm like a kid in a candy store. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me is this dip because I can get it for cheap. It was so expensive because after 17, it ran all the way up to 55
That's right.
cents.
Non-stop.
And I was dying because it became so expensive. I was DCAing, but I was like not getting that much. And now I can get to the levels I want to get to.
Remember those days, Jeannie? You were so young in the Hex community in those days.
Should I stake? And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of question is this?
Exactly. I waste my time. And I'm like, hey,
that's when Will said, T-shirts, mother effer. You have it. That's right.
That's the story.
I will. Yeah, I'll be wearing this shirt when I'm like in my 70s.
Like this.
Except for I'll probably have to design a new one at that point. It's going to say B shares, motherfucker. Oh man, good stuff.
It's crazy because B shares were $1,000 at one point.
Ooh.
People 10 divided by 10,000 divided by 1,000 is what? Yeah. Or $10? No, 1,000. Yeah. That's a lot of money, bro, for a B share.
For a B share.
Yeah. And I was just playing on Matcha right now. So, like, this is all hypothetical, napkin.
Yeah, right. Liar.
Yeah, but,
liar.
No, but I'm saying, like, I think it was 2.28. If it dipped, you could get like 70,000 hex.
$10 for a B share.
And and then stake that crap. Just like be happy. Yeah, be happy in the brown tree. Because that's the thing is everybody's FOMOing in the green tree where everybody makes money. But the intelligent investor will tell you that money is made in the bear market and these market conditions right now. Your money, your millions
100%.
made.
The money is made when you buy it. I don't care if it's stocks, crypto, or real estate. The money you make is made at the moment you buy. Guys.
Yes, not when you sell.
Yep.
It's true. People don't understand. They
And
get
then
reversed.
you gotta time in the market versus timing the market. So you gotta have a long enough time horizon once you make that purchase. And so that's why if you really make the money and you get a good buy, then you can exit earlier and still make a lot of cash. And this doesn't matter any asset. But if you buy at the top, guys, you better DCA, get your average cost down, so then you will be in the money sooner too. So guys, if you're not buying Hex right now, if you aren't working at McDonald's for the extra T shares, then you need to
doing it wrong.
Go back to work, guys.
You're doing it wrong, right? Wouldn't you say that they're doing it wrong, Kinetics? I would say they're doing it wrong.
I would say they're doing it wrong, man.
Yeah. I would say they're doing it wrong. That's right. Yeah. Because, we've been talking about it for a long time. They've been seeing people flexing off of that action. In fact, speaking of RG, I was on with RG and Motley on Jim Rat's morning show the other day. It might have been Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember the day exactly. But the whole thing is they were talking about how they made it to where they are in terms of their financial wealth, right? And the funny thing is that they both said the same exact thing. And guess what it was? They just DCA'd in.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over and over and over. And I think you guys get the point by now.
Yeah.
Jim Rat
It's
just
boring.
joined.
It's boring, but that's how it works.
Well, yeah, no,
Jim Rat,
it's like
crypto, shout out.
Yeah.
Muscles in the chat.
Jim Rat, I sent you the StreamYard link if you want to join. You should join.
Yes. GRC, you are always welcome on my show.
I'm only here because RG3 here is not here today, and I told him I'm going to steal his show from him. And I'm only here because he's not here. And because
you hear that, RG3? You're canceled.
Yeah, now he's
You've been canceled. That's
you just
right.
heard it from the management.
Yeah,
like Harvey Weinstein.
RG's been Disneyed.
Disney.
Later.
Even better.
Dragon Lady spitting fire.
Dragon Lady spitting the fire over here.
Spitting fire. Yeah.
Should have had her on by herself.
Right.
Oh man.
We're just in the way.
Bro, Hexicans, this is what I gotta say, and just like with us talking, but seeing it even on the Twitter space and talking with other people is like for a bear market, like the majority, I'd say the majority are just like happy folks. It's like we were built for this. I mean, if you're into Hex and if you don't understand it, find somebody who has been and ask them if this is your first bear market. Let them explain it to you. You know,
Yeah,
how to
100%. Great point.
This got to be like my fifth one by definition. I think this is probably like my fifth total one. Like between crypto and regular markets is
Wales,
probably
you
my
should write
eighth
a
one.
book. You should write a book.
Wales does some writing. I've read some of it.
He's
I bet he'd be a good
we were
writer.
just talking about this today, Wales. We were doing some proposals today, and the guy knows how to he knows how to write.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm okay.
He's all right.
All right.
So I'm all right. I know how to read, so it translates.
It translates.
It translates.
If you can read, you're a good writer.
No,
by
I gotta read.
default.
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
bonus. It's not required.
I was checking out that platform that you use, Wales. That's in my future type thing because I'm like, that's solid. So
The Substack thing.
yeah,
It's
I
pretty
that
solid.
model.
It works. Some people get paid off that thing too. I don't know how,
Right.
but it works.
Yeah.
It works.
yeah.
That was the most mysterious thing to me. I actually, I'm not really surprised by many things, but the initial flack back that we saw towards people like they're trying to make money off the Hexican community type that narrative. Yeah. And I'm just like, why do you go to work for free? Go into your employer and say, you know what? I'm taking 2 weeks off. I'm going to be here to work, but you keep the money. They would never do that. I mean, it's just dumb. What are you like?
Oh man. Well, yeah, we do have a lot of commies in this community. It turns out.
Let me pull
Yeah,
your
I was
card.
shocked. It shocked me, man. It literally sent a shock through my system. Like, what?
Yeah.
I thought these guys were here because they passed the IQ test. Well, apparently there must have been a second IQ test that they weren't asked.
We didn't know about. Yeah,
we didn't know about. So I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is.
It is.
It's kind of crazy, man. I mean, imagine. Yeah, would you just do everything at no cost? Sure, man. I'll be right back. Let me just starve real quick.
Yep.
No worries.
Well, I think that's why it was so good that RH spoke out in the interview with the documentary director about the fact that he's totally fine with the fact that Hexicans who provide service that is of value is fine to receive monetary, exchange for that, So, and then he's shouted out for MCA, but he originally was talking about coffee.
It threw a giant smile on my face. I'm not gonna lie.
It was great.
But here's the logic. What are we supposed to do as a community? We're supposed to go rely on third-party people that are just going to want to fleece us because they're going to know we have money? Like, where's the logic in that? It doesn't even make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. Literally does not make sense. You're talking about going outside of the only group of people that actually understand what the hell is going on to get what? Told that they don't know what you're talking about? What kind of level of stupid are you on?
I got to bite my tongue on this one because I have way much more. It's a hot button for me.
Well, it's just there's no logic there. I mean, it's not even
hear it, but I probably better not encourage it.
No.
There's just no logic. There's nothing to hear.
Yeah, I know.
We're in a space where even the fools within the damn space don't know anything. Where is there to go? This isn't a debate. This is a fact session. That's a fact. And people don't like to hear the truth, but you know what? Tough shit. Because guess what? This is the cutting edge of finance, whether you like it or not. And you're going to have to deal with it. So tough shit squared.
And I always tell people, I say this over and over again when I'm talking on streams and stuff is I'm not the sharpest tack in the pack, but I do know a few people who are. And that comes from the time when I was doing a home remodel of my own home back in New York. And that's when I found out, you know what? I'm a cook, not a carpenter. And I hired somebody to put in those damn windows and make sure those doors hung true. So, I mean, it was worth every penny.
But there's value in that. That's wisdom, dude.
Yep.
That's wisdom.
100%.
Knowing what you know, that's one of those valuable skills you can have.
Yeah.
Know what you know and know what you don't know.
Imagine me talking about fashion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think you know something about fashion, Wales.
I mean, sure, but come on. Let's be honest.
When we talked about like Nike, we were talking about Supreme, and I'm like, oh, he knows something about.
Of course
this,
I know, but it's not what you're
yeah.
trying. It's not what you're gonna hear from me though. It just doesn't make sense, right? Like you're not gonna go to Wales and be like, hey man, what's up with them Jordans? He's not gonna give you an answer. I don't give a shit. That's my past life, right? So but it's about being educated, and that's the point. You got to be well-rounded, and how are you well-rounded? Well, you're well-rounded when you don't know something. You're not good at it. There's somebody that's stronger than you. That's called being mature. That's called being understanding of where you fit in to who you are, right? That's a combination of self-awareness, understanding, and a whole slew of other factors that are important in order to find success. And I think
I 100% agree with that.
We're all trying to find that. I mean, that's why we're all in crypto in one sense or another to a certain extent. It's just we don't know how to express it in some ways. And it's not easy, but we got to try.
And that's what's great about the Hex community is there's so much value and strength within the community that, that you can tap into. I mean, like Jim Rat Crypto and Sam there. I mean, that's value and strength to me because, I mean, these guys are getting that fitness goal, pushing and pumping, and they're giving that information out to help people live healthier lives. I mean, I said, as a Hexican, I'm like, I want to live long enough to spend some of this do-re-mi. But I mean, there's other things that, financial products that I don't understand. That's why I hand my financial paperwork, over to H&R Block or, whatever in the past type thing.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You got real professionals now.
Yeah, I got my meeting lined up for August, August 8th.
Love
I'm
it.
looking forward to it. But that was a relief. I mean, sometimes you don't know what peace of mind feels like until you have those resources available to you. So you don't have to sleep odd at night thinking about these things. I don't go to bed thinking about those things anymore.
Yep.
So,
it's critical, man. I mean, imagine people don't realize that they constantly live under stress until they no longer have that stressor pressing against their neck or whatever. For a lot of people, until they found Hex, they didn't have that peace of mind.
Nope.
But then what happens? Well, you find all these fiat units now, and now you have a whole other issue that you didn't even anticipate. And it's an issue. And a lot of people are going to learn that lesson the hard way, unfortunately, because they don't like to learn and listen. And that's okay, because that's life. But that's how you learn. If you don't learn by listening, then you will learn by experiencing. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. And that's where wisdom comes from is, school of hard knocks. I mean,
it does, man. It does.
The good and the bad.
Yeah, 100%. Look at the markets. We've been talking about them for a year. There's no surprises to anybody in the Hexagon community. None. Not anybody that's been paying attention. Because we've been talking about this for a year, and here we are. Boom, all in your face. So, this is the important staking. This is why we sleep easy at night. This is why we don't have to worry about going to third-party persons to get our affairs taken care of, because we got serious individuals here that provide actionable, verifiable, factual information. Nobody over here is playing games. We're actually trying to help people. I mean, you can't go find that anywhere else. You cannot. Not at this caliber, not at this level. I mean, just name one facet of industry that we're not kind of covering. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but we're a force.
Well, I think part of the reason, because we did not ask and we did not pay for Richard Hart to give us a shout out on his stream. It's just he realizes, and we've talked to him, none of the products we've built have been in a vacuum. He's had say in everything that we've done and given recommendations along the way. So all the people that came and attacked us, it's like attacking Richard Hart himself, because all we're doing is building his vertical stack. I thought that was a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think people just.
Well, it's a very loud minority of all 5 people. So I'm not super worried about it. But
Well, here's the thing, right? Everybody wants adoption.
Yeah.
But nobody really wants adoption, right? Because what do they want? They want they want our crypto on centralized exchanges.
Yep.
They want us to do all the wrong things that they want. They don't want us to do all the right things that are actually innovative and will actually improve people's lives and add value and give people an out, because they fucking need it right now. It's 2022, not 2019. There is no hex at 0 anymore, you know.
Wales, you're so right. You're so right. But I think what's also really valuable about MCA is it helps people to operate within the system and by the rules.
Well, for sure, but that's the whole point of it. Yeah.
It's going to be so many people now who are going to be willing to participate because they're going to feel more comfortable with that. Because a lot of people, especially with finances, don't feel comfortable in the wild, wild west that we're in right now, right? So it's not regulated. And it's regulated, but still honors, it honors the tenets of what, we follow, what we've learned from Richard. And so that's why I think it's so important. And I think this is so significant that MCA is, that you guys have built that.
Yeah,
it's really, and when people are flooding it, it's like, it's so annoying.
We get 2 or 3 people that shout from the rooftops, these guys are trying to take advantage of you, and then I've got 100. I know, and you got to stop that, by the way, Tim. And then you've got hundreds of DMs filing into us saying, "Thank you guys for what you've done. I don't understand. These guys just don't get it." And I'm like, I know where it's the same with politics. It's a loud minority. They just want to be heard.
Sure.
And they'll do anything to be relevant.
I mean, there's 150 million wallets right now in crypto. And out of Hex, it's under 300,000. We're not even 1% of the really small percentage. Crypto's a small percentage, and we're a tiny percent of that. So if we don't start changing the way that we operate and like thinking in a bigger way, we're not going to get there, and we're not going to experience mass adoption. And mass adoption is how you really pump your bags. So it's just like, it's really kind of logical. And I just wish that people would follow that narrative and really go with what you guys are doing, because it's for the better of the community. They can like you, they can hate you. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We're getting eyes. So, and that's what you need. It's the indifference that would kill us. Like us or hate us, we're still at the top we're on people's lips. So we're good with it either way.
Well, here's the thing, right? And all the comments you make are spot on, Crypto Stylist, and they're poignant, right? Because what we're doing is we're looking to add value. And the crazy thing is that it's in a symbiotic fashion, right? And that's rarely the case. And this is something that people really aren't used to, right? And I think that's part of the bigger issue that makes people defensive, is that they're used to being the ones doing the fleecing, right? That's what we're used to, right? We're used to a world where the guy in the middle is usually the guy violating somebody else's rights.
Yeah.
But here we are in this new world where that's not necessary.
No,
at all.
Don't need to. Don't need to. It's
people can go. Yeah, people can go anywhere they want, literally, and that's exactly why you have to provide unquestionable service as above board. Period.
Yeah.
It's funny because we talk to our business partner Blake about this all the time, and he's like, "Dude, what are these guys yelling about? Like, they're getting a 50% discount off of what we would normally charge to just get started and talk to these people, just because you're bringing a whole network with you." So I don't understand how we're the middlemen for saving you guys 50% off of what it would actually cost you just to talk to these guys if we hadn't set up this arrangement. Yeah. So it's so funny.
Well, again, it's just a lack of knowledge, bro. This is what it boils down to. So
yeah.
And Kinetics, we talked about it too, man. The bigger you get, the more that you're going to have, So
that's true. That's true.
It's in any group. That the bigger the group gets, the more you're going to see that. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's the way the world works.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kinetics, you remember, talking to you about the value add, doing my own research, doing my own homework, and I got flooded out in the beginning, not because I was looking for any product, but I just caught some clip stuff, and it wasn't until I actually delved into it and understood the value proposition of what was being offered through MCA that I was like, wow, like
Yeah.
this is a no-brainer. Like for me, like hands down, no-brainer.
Well, you have a very unique situation. You have someone very close to you that understands and does this for a living and told you that's a hell of a deal you're getting. Like we don't even offer all those services, and if we did, it wouldn't be that price.
No, and well, yeah, my brother's a partner for one of the largest accounting firms in the world, and he directed me because of the fact that he don't crypto, bro, and so he directed me to somebody in Kansas City that actually understood at least crypto products, but the numbers that I got in comparison to what MCA was offering, and we're talking a third, and we're not even talking more on the back end, the self-management stuff. I mean, what you're offering is just, it's just hands down incredible. I mean, I can't believe it's that price, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think it's common sense.
I'll take it.
I mean, it's common sense. You go and see what you're getting. I mean, it's like, to me, it's like you don't have to be that educated to look at something and go, look at the value that you're getting compared to what you would do if you had to go to 3 or 4 different companies. And it's not hard to figure out. I don't understand why it's such a struggle.
And I always tell people this is like, I tell them, I'm not cheap, but I am frugal. And there's a difference.
I like that.
100%.
I like that.
I mean, because when you try to go cheap, you
get what you pay for,
and you're going to pay on the back end, right?
But usually,
there's a big difference.
I just love this. Tarnweek has always got some of the most amazing gems of wisdom, and I love the way that this was stated here. People are confusing middlemen and rent seekers with value creation / product offering. There's very much a difference between the two. Absolutely. 100%. Great comment there.
100%. I mean, again, right? People have the distinct and clear ability to go wherever they want.
Right. Yeah. Money goes where it's treated best.
Period. 100%. Period. And I've been saying that since day one.
And we've been transparent since the beginning. Where the profit for us as owners of MCA is not off of the fees that you pay, not even when there's a cash out fee. Like that's negligible because that goes into an account that pays for your trust
services
and account management and your
it's supposed to be a self-funding operation. It's supposed to be self-funding. It's not supposed to be a profit-seeking endeavor for the most part.
No, it's not. Where there's going to be profit, if any, and it's years down the road, is the private equity deals, the real estate syndication deals, the things that
when we actually start making money.
Yeah. Well, and that's when no. It's not even when we start making money, Wills. That you guys don't be confused by that statement because I know he knows what he's talking about.
I get what you mean. I'm here trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. But where it is we're going to go out and source those deals and manage those deals for you guys.
Right.
And that's where we're
it's a whole process.
We're going to be negotiating with the people that we're getting the deal flow from for MCA to have a piece of that. In exchange for us managing all the secondary real estate syndication VC deals, the private equity deals, and that's where we'll eventually make money. And we're talking probably years down the road because you Hexicans are going to actually have to want to diversify your crypto gains into other assets before we'll.
Yeah, again, it's up to you, right? Like nobody can force you to do anything. So.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's the cash.
It is whatever.
There is nothing for us there, and there never was an intention there. But our guys, our accountants, and our
you want people that are doing your work to be properly compensated, so they don't think twice about.
Well, exactly. We have to pay our CPAs and attorneys, or else they're not going to do much work.
Well, they don't work for free.
They don't work for free.
You definitely don't want to go cheap.
You don't want to go
CPAs and your accountants. You don't
they don't work for free, but they work for me.
My old accountant used to have a saying, and there's a reason I went with him. He says, "A good accountant doesn't cost; he pays." So
that's right. That's a fact.
Yeah.
People got to understand that, but I think the problem there lies in understanding what that even means, right? Because people don't realize once you get to this level of attaining this quantity of of wealth on paper, you have to account for that. It doesn't just get to just exist and you don't have to worry about it. Somebody's going to see that number and they're going to be like, hey, what the hell is this? Where'd you get this from?
Yeah.
What are you doing with all this? Would you do with that? Like, where'd that car come from? Where'd that coat come from? Where all these things come from? Because this is exactly how it works.
Yep.
I mean, that's how it works. You're going to start buying crap that you never had before. Somebody's going to notice. Somebody's going to start talking to somebody else, and somebody's going to start talking to somebody else, and then the feds is going to start looking at you.
Yeah.
That's how it works, folks.
Yep.
It's that simple.
You're not going to dodge things, dodge your rich uncle by spinning things through Tornado Cash without somebody getting watched.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm just
that'll work for a little while. It'll work for a little while.
Oh yeah, but who wants to be
I
run and gun?
I would be scared. Yeah, I'd be sketched out with how long is this going to last?
Yeah.
Hex 101. We have an interesting. We have an international. So it's an interesting announcement coming soon, but we're probably going to. So United States citizens, if you guys are interested in the MCA product offering, you guys better move your asses, because we're going to shut it down for a little while and focus on the international branch, because we got so many of you international guys that have reached out to us. We figured out some solutions. We got some offshore and some metals way of doing this, and it's all legit above board offshoring, and it's offshoring for you guys. So we've got a solution for you guys. So make sure to get you guys' your your consult all scheduled in, because
sign up.
I have a feeling in the next 2 weeks.
We actually got to shut it down because we're just overran with
inquiries
right
now, honestly. And now we're getting inquiries from very asset wealthy individuals from outside of crypto that want a reverse.
The competition.
What? Competition?
I call them the competition, because if they buy up all the T-shirts, we're asked out.
That's true. That's true. These guys want into crypto, guys. Like we're talking.
Yeah.
We're talking very wealthy, especially real estate investors that are hitting us up. Like, we want in. We want in.
Oh, so we built, speaking of real estate,
we were able to turn the MCA product offering around so we can onboard high net worth individuals using MCA.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, and the other thing. No, go ahead, Wilson.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say there was a headline that came out this week. I've been talking about this for a long time, since I started streaming, really. How Hex is really the perfect replacement for real estate, because nobody likes dealing with knucklehead tenants.
Yeah.
They don't. Doesn't matter who they are, how many buildings they own, how rich they are. It doesn't matter, because it's a pain in the ass. And nobody likes that, period, no matter how wealthy they are. And guess what? JP Morgan finally figured it out and let it loose on the market this week. That crypto is now their preferred alternative to what? Real estate.
Yeah.
Keep up or get left behind. Keep selling your crypto. Go ahead. I dare you.
I'm selling my place.
Sell it to me. Yeah.
I'm selling my place because it's such a pain in the ass and it's just a money pit.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the T-shirts you could pick up at this price right now if you sell your home?
That's why I'm doing it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, man.
The gal I was carried. So I had a friend here, and she was a trust funder, and she lived on her boat out in Florida, and she basically had this house in Montana, beautiful house, and with her 2 cats, and so she had people caretaking. They kept blowing out on her, so I was like, hey, she actually contacted me because she's like, I need somebody responsible that's not going to blow out on me in like 6 months. And so I was caretaking her house for a while, and then finally she bought a place in St. Augustine. She's like, yeah, I'm done with Montana, like I'm selling the house. Her investment in that though was huge. She literally got out top of the market. I know what I know the number she went in at, and I'll tell you, it was just under 400,000, and that house sold for just $920,000 in March. So, good investment for her, right? But she topped the market, but it's hard to do in real estate. I mean, when you're looking at 7-year swings minimum,
Yeah.
Actually, typically 10 years. 3 years to get wrecked. right?
8
And
to
then
10
7
is
years
the
to make it
average.
back.
8 to 10
All
is the
those
average.
closing costs, agency
Oh.
fees, it
Yep.
just, I mean, it is crazy.
It's all it's
gas
middle.
fees.
It's
Worse than
middleman city.
Ethereum gas fees.
Yeah, it's really middleman
Well,
city. That real
sure.
estate is really middleman city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is middleman
Even
city.
even here's the funny thing, even direct lenders, there's only one direct lender in the United States that actually manages and maintains their own portfolio throughout the length of a mortgage loan, and that's Wells Fargo. So if you're dealing with a mortgage company that claims to be a direct lender, yeah, they're using their own money to fund the deal, but they're the ultimate middleman because they're making a spread by selling it to Jenny Mae, Sally Mae, and Freddie Mac. So
Everybody
even
does
direct
that.
lenders,
That's
are
99%.
middlemen, guys. Direct middlemen or direct lenders are middlemen just as much as any other mortgage originator is.
Yep.
Just wanna throw
Let's
that
make
out
a
there.
T-shirt of that. Direct lenders are middlemen.
Yes, love it.
The finger.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, real estate is a funky industry. It's very middleman centric because that's how they keep the power structure in place. You got to think
Well,
about it. How
yeah.
does the world work? It's really
a mass
based.
extraction of
Yeah.
wealth from individuals. Literally,
Correct.
You run it through enough different ringers, and everyone gets enough slices or pieces of slices of the pie.
Everybody's vested.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
I think
That's
it's
what we
finally.
see.
I think it's finally changing a little bit though with the NFTs.
Man. Trademark.
So-
Trademark.
It will. The NFTs will change and
That's true, T-Rob.
Yeah.
and just completely completely interrupt that space.
People don't
It's-
understand NFTs at all.
No.
They don't. It's a beautiful thing. We do, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I had a discussion about NFTs with my son today in the car.
Nice.
Very
He thinks-
nice.
Yeah, he thinks it's ridiculous that
Nice.
overpaying for a JPEG. And it was funny. We talked about. Does anyone remember about maybe a year ago? I don't remember. He's a pretty big personality on Twitter, and I can't remember exactly his name, but he right-clicked and copied and pasted some $650,000 JPEG, one of the cats or whatever it is, the randomly generated cats with different hats and skins and different stuff to it. Well, someone paid $650,000 for it. He right-clicked, copy, pasted, made it his avatar, and said, "Hey, everybody, do you like my $650,000 avatar?" And the guy that owned it came back like, "I can't believe you would do that. That's theft, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Prove it. Prove you own it. Like, show me the receipts." And the guy tried to show him the transaction hash, I think it was. And he's like, "So where does it say this is trademarked or copyrighted at all?" And I was like, "Oh,
Got him.
just trolling him the whole time." I was loving it.
Yeah.
Got him.
And then I
And that's the
said,
thing. People
don't
don't
even-
understand how to
the guy
use
that was-
NFTs, man.
Yep.
They don't.
Yeah, they
they-
don't understand the utility there. So
Yep.
Nope. They're gonna learn. It's cool. We got
Yeah.
it.
Oh man.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean,
Yep.
people don't get it. We're so far ahead of the game that it's hard for them to see it, and that's gonna be their downfall, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the funny thing. It wasn't until just recently that I was actually driving home from getting a very good. He's like one of my two top best friends here in Montana that I've known for 12 years now, and finally got him, into the Hex investment. He put $15K just because of the fact that he finally understood, he needs something to get him through his retirement.
Yeah.
But when I was driving back, he called me on the phone because, you set him up initially with Coinbase, and I had him wire transfer in the 15K. And then I went in there to help him buy a little bit of ETH and then USDC to save him the, cost of, because USDC is free when you on Coinbase, when you do the transfer of the money and stuff. But they locked him up instantly. We couldn't transfer it to the MetaMask.
Yeah, because he did a wire, and if he would have done a debit card transaction, he wouldn't have had that issue.
Well, yeah, but he would have still had to wait on no, you're correct, Wales. On a debit card transaction but that was a large amount. Don't they charge a fee on that? I don't know. But
On
No,
debit
once-
card transactions, they do.
On the debit card, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, on
it's like
wire,
4%.
It's just your banks,
Okay.
whatever your bank
Yeah.
charges for a wire.
But they were trying. They were. I understand. Like explain to him, they're trying to protect him because of the fact that like
they're not gonna understand that. Yeah, they're not, because that doesn't make sense, bro. Because it's illegal as fuck. You got to understand that.
I agree.
That's that all that crap that they do is illegal because what they're doing is they're using your money to make more money. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, absolutely. And they're using money market funds to do it at no risk to them, all the risk to you.
The point being is when he called me and he got a response back because I was doing they were closed. So you do the online chat and the guy's talking to me this and that. And I started laying it out like, hey, I want to do this. I want to do like I was basically being him.
Right.
And I'm halfway home and he like calls me. He's like, hey, I got a response back and like my money's freed up. He's like, what did you say to them? And I'm like, but then it struck me as like, understanding like that level of like information is not easy for the new user when they're first getting in. And I forget that, but that really hammered the point home for me. Yeah. And I take for granted thinking in my head that like people should just understand that. And I'm really talking way over their level.
Why do you think my streams run for hours on end? People think that I talk for hours because I just want to hear myself talk.
Oh, that's not why?
Yeah, I could care less, actually. I could not stream at all. And then what would happen? Whole lot of nothing is what would happen. Because nobody will understand dick. Because they're too busy not paying attention. Because the fact that people complain about the length of my streams just goes to show how little interest they actually have in their financial well-being. Because they don't have any interest in even grasping what's being relayed to them. People honestly think somebody's just wasting their time.
Yeah, what was Richard's statement? The most important thing you can do for yourself financially.
Get crypto right.
Get crypto right. Is exactly
that's right.
Yeah, you do crypto right. You don't have to get anything else right.
You're never going to have to worry,
ever.
Yeah. Learn decentralized banking.
There we go. Hey, Falcon Crypto. Falcon Crypto, for those who are new here or haven't seen him around, he is OG. So Hexicans. So he gets the hex system. He understands. I want to know more about your NFT project coming out on Pulse. Price will be reasonable. What is a PFP? What is PFP?
I forget.
Pay for play? No, pay for
no.
Something financial product.
It's something crypto related. I can't remember what PFP stands for though. I'm sorry. It eludes me right now. Sorry.
Let us know, Falcon.
Yeah, type it in there. I can't remember it. PFP. Damn it.
Okay. Yeah. So crypto Ewok, I wire. If I ever do anything, I wire, and it's there the same day. As long as you wire or debit card. Bank transfer, when they ACH draft something, they gotta wait 5 business.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna take
sometimes
time.
8.
Yeah, I've seen 8 too. I've seen 8 business days. Like people, my onboards are like, "Why is it still tied up?" And I'm like, "Man, I hate to tell you this, but I told you to wire." I hate to be that guy, but I told you to wire.
Right. And that's
I think I was one of those Kinetics.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to call you out on.
Yeah, I mean, you can point at me. Just point at me.
I said to wire it.
Well, and that's why people have to be forward thinking, like knowing that information, and then you think you're just gonna like jump on and send that money when you want to do something. It's not gonna happen.
Profile picture. There you go.
That's cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
It's picture for proof. Picture for proof is what it means.
Sweet. I like it. Hexbots. I want a Hexbot.
Yeah, that sounds
with a
cool.
hat, with a DS hat. That's what I want.
Hey, there you go.
I love this. When Airwolf, we'll have to bring Blake back on the show for you guys.
Airwolf.
So you guys can talk to Airwolf. So if anyone's curious what our accountant looks like for MCA, I gotta pull up another tab and my camera's in the way. Let me pull him up real quick here.
I thought you were gonna pull up a literal Airwolf.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's a joke, bro.
You gotta get him.
What are you talking about? Airwolf.
Airwolf, man.
Yeah, I know. So,
because he does choppers.
This is him right here. This is him right here.
There you
Okay.
go.
There.
Oh, that's what I was talking about right there.
Exactly, yeah.
That's our CPA, Blake, aka Airwolf. So,
Man.
He's
When was
cute.
that show produced? I was blown away when they told me it was like
1984 to 1986.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
According to Google.
I was in high school.
I wasn't even walking.
And yes, by the way, I do want to give Dorsey the credit for this. He
I'm wrecked.
He was the first
Yeah.
to call him Airwolf because he is
That
an
was all
actual helicopter
Dorsey.
pilot in the military. So
Yeah, in the army, yeah.
Did you guys see the commercial, the Super Bowl commercial for FTX
Nah.
about with Larry David? And no,
With
it was
Larry David.
actually funny. It's just about like
they did a
don't
really
miss
good
out
job
on
with that.
crypto. It's just about like
Yeah.
don't miss out on crypto. It was really funny.
They did
But
a
it's Larry
really,
David.
really
Of
good
course
job.
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
He's the
Who
man.
needs a fork? I got 10 forks right here.
Yo, he's a trip, man. He's a trip. That
Yeah.
guy is too much.
It's funny.
Good old LD.
Just wait till we have commercials, guys.
Oh man.
Quality
Top Gun
commercials.
2 was epic. I can't wait to see
I
it.
want to go
AK.
see it.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
can't
keep hearing. I heard.
Yeah, I
it was
didn't even
really
know
good.
there was a Top Gun 2 coming out. So this is
Oh,
news to
yeah.
me.
It's
It
coming
was
out.
supposed to come out like in early 2022 or 2020, and then they had to push it all the way back to 2022 because they're like, yeah, because of the
vid.
C19, the vid, the Rona, they wanted to
Mexican
make sure
light
it did
beer.
well. Mexican light beer. What's wrong with
Refreshing.
talking
and
about Mexican beers, man? I can't believe they censor Mexican beers on this channel.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
All the hard work we put in, and we can't even talk about what we love.
I know, right? Nothing like a
Oh,
good
man.
cold Mexican beer after mowing the front lawn.
That's it, baby.
We critiqued all the guys' outfits from the cast of Top Gun 2 on one of my streams. It was RG3.
Oh my god.
Nice. Did you talk about the cop, aka porn stash on some of those guys? You're like, really? Like, what's up with these pilots? Do they all have to have the same?
Well, it was what they were wearing to the
mustache?
premiere. That was what we
Oh,
were
to
to the
the
premiere.
premiere.
So in
The
Cannes,
premiere.
so they were all cleaned up. But yeah, but it was hilarious. It was really, really funny.
Can you not grow a mustache, Kinetic? Is that the problem?
Yeah, I'm really just mad because I can't grow a mustache. I'm really just mad. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna die a hairless monkey.
It got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh wow.
97% on. Oh,
That's
nice.
really
What the hell? They usually hate everything. It must be a real lefty movie. Makes me think it's suspect.
Makes me
know.
suspect.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's gonna be super lefty.
Yo, it's so crazy because I bet you 2 years ago we would not all be on the same page with that statement.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Isn't it funny how things change over time? Gotta love it. Thank you, commies.
Yeah, right.
That's a hilarious.
Mhm.
Tom Cruise
Well,
is
if
like,
they're so left and so woke, why isn't the movie free? Why can't I just go
That's
see
right.
the movie for free?
Isn't that funny? Why isn't everything free? Huh, Nike? Huh, Apple? Huh, Google?
yeah, Kinetics. Why isn't everything free? Just kidding.
I don't know. I'm thinking of
Tell
an
us.
answer, but I think I'm going to get this one wrong. So
I want to talk to management.
I want to know what Google has to say about this. What does Bezos have to say about this? How dare you, sir?
T-Bird, you crack me up, bro.
How dare you?
I don't think people are going to take Discourse Syndicate seriously until Kinetics grows a stash.
You got to paint that thing on.
Change
Yo,
the
that's
space,
funny.
Just change it.
Oh man, that is funny.
I like it. That's good. That was. I had to give him credit for that.
Just go to the
Yeah.
avatar, man. Go to the avatar and add them stash.
That was funny.
That's right. His ears always look so serious. Thanks, Hexotl. Who needs enemies with friends like you, my friend?
Oh man. But that's what's cool, right? We can have fun and be serious at the same time. It doesn't all have to be, deadly all the time.
Yeah.
because it can't be, because when it is deadly, you got to get through it. So you need some type of sanity during those kinds of moments in time.
Yeah.
I got some great sanity, I'll tell you. Just knowing that, like, I can still count. I got off of one hand, so I got one finger up. So I got like six cryptos that like I'm carrying in my portfolio going into Pulse Chain, and that's it. And it's like
a whole lot more than me.
I remember back in 2017. Well, I'm counting the forward thinking for PLS and for PLSX.
Never mind.
Yeah, so I'm counting those sacrifices. But I remember back in 2017, I tell people, I'm like, I had like 28, cryptos. It was shiny new object syndrome, and trying to manage that stuff, bro. Yeah. I was
talking
nuts.
to somebody earlier, interestingly enough, that's a Hexican that had onboarded somebody that was like that recently.
Okay.
That they had like 30 some freaking cryptos, and I'm like, how is that even a thing in 2022? Like, that's crazy. Of course, they got them out in time and before the crash and everything, so they've been good. But man, imagine. Woo.
Yeah. So I'm making money in one, getting wrecked in another, and I don't even know it.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And when you think about it, you're told all this diversification nonsense, blah blah blah
nonsense,
and you don't know that it doesn't work.
No.
You don't know it doesn't work.
Why diversify into 10 different things? Why diversify into 5 different things?
Nobody would if they right.
Why not just put it in like the top 3 things that are going to perform? Literally, that are going to perform.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it, right? Yeah. So they got to lie to you, and they got to tell you, oh, you got to diversify.
It's like saying, but let's buy 3 pretty dresses and 7 ugly ones.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Buy them all. And,
that's it. Just get them all.
Just get the 3 pretty ones.
I really like that.
That's a great analogy. Yeah. Because that's exactly what the hell is going on.
That's what they're doing. They're wasting their money on some ugly ass dresses.
I like that. That is awesome.
Yeah. That's great.
That is an awesome. Leave it to the stylist.
Yo. Yep. She nailed it on that one.
We love it. We love it.
Yeah. Nailed it on that one. That's a great
Give a round of applause to the Dragon Lady. She's a thought leader. I love it.
Yo.
I love it.
It's so true though. Think about it. There's it's like it's like saying, all right, I'm gonna get these brand new shoes that are like, clean, like they fit you, they're like the best shoes and all that. And then you're gonna say, let me go buy these Payless shoes just to have 2 shoes.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Cost money to take the room in your closet. Like what? It's bad for
it's insane. Wow. I never thought about it like that. It's kind of crazy when you put it like that. Holy smokes.
I remember Imelda Marcos in her shoe collection. She had more shoes than Richard Hart has watches. I remember we were coming into port during the big Aquino uprising and stuff like that. So we had to turn tail. We didn't get to go into Magsaysay Boulevard. And so they sent out the Filipino Air Force after us. And it was a bunch of Cessnas. We were laughing. We were laughing our heads off.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So I own Mad Energy. Just want to throw that out there. I'm not going to tell you how much, but I own Mad Energy. It's definitely in my profile. And they are all Hexicans, and they are very much invested in the RH ecosystem, and they're releasing their token on Pulse. So, but they also have so unlike most cryptos, these guys actually have like real world products with real world use and utility. So I mean, they've got actual products that they're producing, like they're actually providing a service for the world. So it's not as cool in my opinion as trustless, permissionless systems like Hex. But if you're gonna do something that is a security, and this is a security, it's a tokenized equity in their company. Like that's the play as far as I'm concerned. So,
I agree. This is something that you can actually analyze that actually is providing a service to an end consumer right? Where they're going to be generating revenue, et cetera, et cetera. It's logical. It's not like some damn website and good luck.
Yeah.
Like
Wireless
in
energy.
crypto.
Pretty
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, I just interviewed Crypty Girl from there last week.
Right. Yeah. Saw
Pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, it is super amazing. I was just on a call with them yesterday. Gosh, they're just so amazing and such great people.
Mhm,
Love those guys. Like, you know, the people that you just know the moment you start talking to, and then it's just confirmed over time that they are the
Yep.
real genuine people that are truthfully giving you all the answers that you're asking for. So yep.
Not feeding you the BS, which
Nope.
is what we like over here.
Yep, 100%. So you want to see some BS, by the way, guys? Want to see some BS?
This should be good.
We got to make sure this doesn't happen to Blake. Airwolf from 80s hunk to cocaine addict. And Michael Vincent's roller coaster life. So we got to make sure Blake doesn't end up looking like this. All right, just you guys help me out with that one. All right, we got to do interventions if he ever gets that.
Uber wrecked.
Uber wrecked. Yep. 100%.
Uber wrecked. Yeah, addiction is serious, man.
100%, man. It is sad.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna bow out, guys. I gotta run.
That's because you're old,
brother.
dude.
Bedtime for me, man.
4 hours ago.
We'll have your midnight jello for you. No worries.
Jello. Someone get him a Jello and his pill stack for the night.
Full disclosure, I like Jello.
You got to get that collagen in, you know.
Yeah.
I love it,
guys,
dude.
have a good night, man.
Good
night, man.
I'll answer you tomorrow on Telegram, okay, bro?
All right, man. Sounds good. Later.
See you, man.
Bye.
Later, Rob.
Bye.
I freaking love that dude. He's a genuine dude. Like I said, I've known him for over a decade. That dude is a genuine dude. Shirt off his back kind of guy.
Yeah, it seems amazing.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
The sun is rising.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, you're in the UK. That's right.
I've been streaming for the last almost 5 hours now. 4 hours.
Yes,
Holy
yes, you
smokes.
So did the lady stream.
Right. Oh,
Do you
man.
find it doesn't matter? Maybe it comes back to my party days, and maybe I profess it too much with this comment. But if I am up all night and I go to bed when the sun's coming up, I still feel like hungover when I wake up.
Yeah, it does. You don't feel great. You don't.
No.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to stay up all night. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
But
What they
you
call
did.
that?
But you
I did. I stayed up all night.
She partied with us.
Yeah. What do they call that? The rhythmic? No. What do they call it?
Yeah, rhythmic. Just.
I can't remember the word.
Yeah.
But you know it. Yeah, somebody will write it in the chat. Somebody knows it. I'll wait for it. I know somebody knows it. So I'll just rhythmic.
Someone's gonna throw some ED in there.
Yeah,
order in there. I guarantee someone's gonna throw something.
Somebody knows what I'm trying to say. I can't remember. I can't remember the word, but yeah.
Shout out to Dozy. He had a jelly cup with peaches in it.
Yeah, he did.
Boom.
I just had a jelly cup with peaches in it.
Dozy, you need this. I carry props with me. You gotta try the pineapple, baby.
Oh,
I love fresh cut pineapple. Oh, dude, I love being in Hawaii and having the fresh cut pineapple.
That was my Maximus post. I'm like, pineapple gang.
Circadian rhythm. Oh,
there you go.
Circadian
rhythm.
Children of the grave coming through clutch. It wasn't even.
I knew somebody would drop the bomb on us. Boom.
It wasn't even a smart ass comment this time.
Yeah, congrats, man. That must have been hard for him.
Man, that was the self constraint that man just showed. Like, are you okay? Are you feeling?
Yeah,
sick?
I don't think I've ever seen him be that clean in a comment ever. So it might not even be him.
Right? Someone hacked his account.
Somebody hacked his account. Who the hell answered that? Holy crap.
Well, I'm here to entertain and educate, he says. Look at that.
Wow. Very nice.
Hey, guys, I'm going to bring this around to a closing. We've got a very beautiful stylist that needs to go get her beauty bro. We have kept her up long enough. We are super grateful that you came. Always a pleasure when you come. We are so blessed, Wales and I, to be able to work with you.
Yes, we are.
So
We brag all the time too.
We do. You should have seen all in our meeting earlier this morning, which was your afternoon, all the bragging we did on your behalf. So, but
Sure
she's
did.
already very much aware of you. I know for a fact she is. But I just want to say, guys, all of you out there, all you good Hexicans, I love you all, even the ones that hate me back. That's okay. We love you guys. We're glad you're here. Please keep stacking those Hex and T-shares, specifically the T-shares. If you didn't listen, if you only took one thing away in the last 2.5 hours, it's when Whale said, I thought we've been telling them this whole time. It's about the T-shares, and it is about the T-shares. So,
it is about the T-shares.
I love you guys. Now's a great time to help with that bag, and just don't lose faith, especially listening to what everyone else is saying on Twitter.
Right.
Don't live there, guys. Life is good. Go out and live your best life. Ignore the rest. Come back and we'll all have a giant party and we'll do some celebration.
Right.
That's it, baby.
Thanks, guys. Outro.
Peace.
Bye.